Somehow I knew that it would be you, Holly, and Red Wolf that would be the first people to be like, "Oh my god, what?" Somehow I knew. I was predicting, I was like, alright, two people, there's gonna be three possible people that I would expect. Jonas, both of you, and then, as well as Jenkins, were the people that I was like, you know, maybe. Those are the first predictions. No offense to anybody else at all, but anyway, yeah. So FrostPunk 2, I have never played before. I have no idea, and also I haven't streamed or done any videos or YouTube content on my own. And when was my last video? Let's find that out. Actually, what was the last absolute 4 months? 4 months ago. God damn, how time flies. Actually, all things considering, see, I can't speak. It's been that long since I've made any content for YouTube that I immediately forgot how words work and how to verbalize them. 4 months, all things considered, if someone, before I had looked, if someone was like, oh, how long? Well, I have to say, the music is really, really good, at least for this main menu. But if someone were to ask me, like, oh, how long do you think it's been since you last made a video? I would have said at least 6 to 8 months, if I'm being honest. 4 months actually surprised me. It doesn't seem like as long as it actually has been. Although, that being said, it was probably closer, because it was about 7 to 8 months, because the one before that was on Avowed, where I covered an interview. That was 7 months ago, and then I just released it because I released that other video spontaneously because I really wanted to talk about how upset I was at everything going on with Bethesda shutting down, or Microsoft, excuse me, shutting down studios. But anyway, sorry, hello, Stien. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by at this stream that I didn't expect anything out of. But you failed miserably the first campaign mission the first time I played. I am expecting the exact same. I never played the first game. I have no idea how this game works whatsoever. And all I know is that the first one was super hard thanks to that blue number in the chat, which you have experience, so I'm going to be probably banking on you for as long as you're available to stay and help out, because I have no idea what I'm doing at all. So this should be a fun adventure, but I've been getting lately, I've been doing a lot of different games lately. I've sort of been bouncing around just because my attention span has not been on one thing, and since I haven't been recording content, that's really what I've been doing, is just sort of playing a lot of games on my own. And I haven't been able to sort of sit still and play just one thing at a time. And recently, very recently, as in the past week, my fix has been sort of on some kind of simulation game, some kind of management, something that makes you think a little bit more. So with FrostPunk coming out, and tomorrow is actually Aura History Untold, which I'm intrigued about, but also looks like it could be very, very complicated as well. But I am interested. That's tomorrow, which I had no idea that these two games were releasing back to back. But two seemingly interesting. When was Jusant? Jusant review, good question. Jusant was 8 months ago when I made that review, which I'm surprised that one was only 15 minutes. Aura looks really, really cool, and I completely and utterly forgot that was coming out tomorrow because I have seen or heard nothing about the game since those major showcases, and I know they've been active, or at least I think they have. I'd be surprised if they haven't. I know they've been active at least after those showcases, the bigger ones, where they were previewing the game a little bit, but since then, I personally have not seen anything about it, but it does look really, really cool, and it's gonna hopefully hit that Civilization fix a little bit, because of course a lot of Civ devs are working on that title. And they have a nice little Dark Knight quote here. Reference, probably not. It's not about how many times we fall, it's about how many times we get up. Why do we fall, Bruce? Why do we fall, Master Bruce? Okay, so if you're a veteran of the original or enjoy a challenge, you may try your luck with Officer. Otherwise, we suggest you start at Citizen. Take it one step at a time. Normally, I like very hard games. I do. I love challenging. I love making myself miserable, and I love to have an excuse to be grumpy. I don't want to do that with this. I want to just learn the prologue. They came up upon the old machines as they always do, and the whiteout hits, they must survive. New story. In 1887, the world froze to death, civilization crumbled, the failing British Empire built generators to support cities of evacuees, cities that would become the last on Earth. Whether huddled by a generator or out in the open Frostland, those that survived were shaped by the ideal. 30 years later, all became very different people. So this, I believe, takes place after 30 years after the first game, if I remember correctly. Oh boy, the difficulty. Yeah, we're just going for Captain, just society. We want to crank society all the way up. You can do these individually. I like this. I like this a lot, actually. So we'll probably start on Citizen. Economy preset. People make do with little space, food, and goods. Problems grow slowly and give ample time to react. Resources available are readily available. Moderate needs for space. Can pile up, give reasonable time. Grow fast and have little time. Problems mount with very little time. Resources are scarce. Okay. I'm assuming weather is going to be about the same. Anyway, anyone who joins, thank you for being here. And let's consider this me dipping my toe back into content. For all intents and purposes, let's consider this dipping a little bit of a toe back into making some kind of content. I've been seeing Jacksepticeye actually lately. He has been streaming more because he just has, and it's weird to think about. It's weird to think about someone as big and as shaping to YouTube as he has been. But even he's been streaming just because there's anxieties and he's been trying to overcome that with the massive audience size and the amount of positive affirmation that he receives. But you can see how sort of that imposter syndrome, it pervades all levels of where you can possibly be in your life, in your career, professionally, personally, or otherwise. So there you go. Consider this me trying to get over that hurdle of the self-doubt that's set in since I've last made any content, but of which there's been plentiful. So cold seasons are mild and don't last, pose a surmountable challenge. So the way these are being described, it makes it seem too simple, but I know that the game is hard. It seems like Officer is almost the default difficulty, but they said if you're new, only can customize when starting. Surviving against all, there's no active pause, and you're, no, we're not doing that. It seems like Officer is like the normal difficulty, but we'll go with Citizen because we're learning, and I'm a baby, and I hate the cold. I like being cold more than I like being warm. Or too hot. Anyway. Let's go. I'm not even going to bother reading these tips because I will not remember a thing, because I'm sure there's going to be plenty for my tiny little itty-bitty brain to wrap itself around, and I'm not going to be able to. Is that me? Handsome little bugger. Alright, press any key.
Can you hear us? Captain!
Do you hear us?
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire.
Can you speak up? Ooh. Nice.
I held New London together.
Is that who you play as in the first game?
United.
Play
We
as.
survived 30 years of whiteout.
Just like my YouTube career.
Empty.
Got him!
The city grows.
Festers.
Ooh.
Merely surviving is not enough.
Very cool art
We
style.
have to expand. After all, it's us who survive the end of the world.
Very cool visual direction. Now we pillage! And raid! And die. That's good foreshadowing for how I see this playthrough going. Okay. Into the prologue. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world... Not in that order. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now, another whiteout is coming, and again, we've reached the old machine. Again, I don't know what the old machine is. Again, we will rely on its furnace. Oh, that's definitely the thing that you always see in the screenshots that's right at the center that makes heat. To provide heat through the storm. In the past, we always made sure there were enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. We must survive. With a good leader at your back, like good old Captain DeMarco, we'll do just as much. Survive. Nothing more, nothing less. The snow in this game, it looks incredible too. I know this whole title revolves around snow, but the snow looks really damn good. I'm the type of guy who will never settle down. Play through the prologue, cause you know that I am cold. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break ice to reach one of the oil wagons and construct an extraction district to use it. To use the resources or to use the dreadnought. Then we can turn on the dreadnought's furnace to heat us. We will restart the furnace. I like how definitive you are. Wanderers, community. Okay, so we're already... I know it's going to walk us through. I'm going to pause. I know it's going to walk us through, but already they just sort of are not showcasing like, here is this, and only show that element that you need to worry about, and then sort of introduce other HUD elements. It's just like, here's everything. So WASD, great, can move around. Same with arrow keys. Zoom in, zoom out. So where is our community? I'm guessing they're inside the dreadnought. We've been roaming the cold, harsh world for many. May the black path lead us. May we tread on favorites. Take scraps. Relations worsen. Those not working should donate their saved scraps. Return. Give them back. Do I have scrap? I do. I'm getting 22 per week. We have 3,000 people. Oh my god. I can barely manage 6. I can barely manage myself. You want me to manage 3,000? Alright. 65% of the overall population. Shelter minus 30, food minus 53, wonderful, perfect, great, I love that. It's negative 4 degrees freedom units. Remember, time is key, need to work fast, and possible pause when needed. That already in and of itself is a good hint. Oh, I have to press... Okay. Do I need to worry about any of this stuff now? I'm going to assume not. I'm just going to do what it wants me to. It is blinking right here. What does this say? There's a little exclamation mark. Construct districts. Tap to see tutorials. Construct hubs. Frostbreak to see tutorial. Let's look at the tutorial for this. Initially, you can only build districts in a limited area. The wider terrain is covered in frozen stiff ground, which is impossible to construct upon. To widen the buildable area, you need to use frost breakers. You can send out frost breaking teams by clicking on the frost breaking button in the frost breaking menu by hitting frost breaking. If it's not frost breaking enough, consider frost breaking harder for more frost breaking frost breakers. Then find your way towards the edge of the buildable area and click on yellow tiles until the indicator circle is full. After that, click on the tick to confirm and start the construction or use rice mount button. 85 weeks time limit. Oh, shoot, there's a time limit. Good to know. To build districts on resource deposits covered by frozen stiff ground, you'll first have to frost break those tiles. So is that a resource, I'm guessing? Frost breaking cost is fixed, and unless there are no more tiles to click, the amount of tiles needed to begin is always the same. Okay. Is this considered... I'm guessing this is considered pause. Fight the cold. Frostbreak an oil wagon and construct an extraction. Turn on the furnace in the Dreadnought wreck to provide heat. So this is the oil wagon we need to get to. Fertile soil down there. So this is our playable area then, yeah? What are you? Construction wagon. Amount 500. Resource prefabs. Right now we should just focus on that, I guess, which I assume means... Ah, okay. How do I literally not do this? That's how. So if we just do that for now, and maybe just 2 extras. I don't know why I would want to do 2 extras. I'm just going to do 2 extras. And tap the what? You? That canceled. Do I need to frostbreak all? Is there any reason why I would want to frostbreak any of this? I have to click this. Nope, that canceled. So how do I frostbreak? How do I... X. Nope. What do I do to frostbreak? I'm already failing. Oh, I need to do... Oh, I see. I must do 8. Frostbreak 1 line straight to target area. Oh, do I need to do both of these? Is that what it wants? Just... Ah, I see. There's my little check. Okay. Got you. So they're not actually frost... Oh, they are. Okay, is that just because it's a tutorial, or is that what you need to do? I'm not sure. But anyway, things are moving. And then we're going to need an extraction district, which I cannot put down yet because they're currently going. Look at my little dozers! They're adorable. I wish I could zoom in a bit more. That's the max I could go. Alright. I know I can I do see the fast forward up here. Whiteout arriving in 82 weeks. Time left. I would assume if you follow the tutorial, then you're going to be fine. So now I can build this on top. Select 3 tiles to construct the district. See, I have zero idea. Should I build it towards this? Or should I just go boom boom? I would assume, like, if this is where everybody's living, I'd assume having it accessible this way would make the most sense. So that way, if this is a district, they'd be able to wander through without needing to go into the cold? If that's even how the mechanics of this game work. Extracts resources from deposits. The type of resource depends on the underlying deposit. Demand 20 heat, 20 materials. Requirements 150 workforce, 70 prefabs, 50 scraps. What do I have prefabs? How do I see? Oh, this is, I have 750. I'm getting 0 per week. I have 22 scraps. Okay. Alright, we're gonna just learn completely and utterly on the go. So I'm going to assume it would be smart to build towards this. I'm just going to run with that. Maybe it would have been better to do the immediate area surrounding. Extremely increased by heat scarcity. Extremely increased by... I'm growing cold. I'm growing disease. I'm growing hunger. But we have no squalor! Nobody's squalling. That's good, I guess. Okay! Start a civilization. Kind of. I thought I would see, like, people walking around and doing stuff, too. I guess that's not really the concept of the game, though, is it? So how long does this take? Oh, we're already in week 10. Oh my god. So should I be immediately building just another one? Probably, right? If we have the resources, which definitively can go to something else, but hey, let's get everybody killed. Who needs 3,000 people anyway? You don't need 3,000 to start a civilization. You could easily get it done with about 500. So I'm not too worried. Alright. And I don't know if I need to do anything with this. So, here we go. Dreadnought's Furnace. Dreadnought Wreck has a furnace that serves as a heat generator for your population. You need to have fuel turn on the furnace. In this case, oil is the only available fuel. Once you've recovered it, you need to have fuel to turn on the furnace. In this case, oil is the only available fuel. I thought we were getting oil from it. Once you've recovered it, you can turn on the furnace by clicking switch next to Dreadnought's Furnace. Generator on, overdrive off. The furnace uses as much available fuel as is needed to fulfill heat demand. Vertical shows how much heat demand is fulfilled in gray. The red is unfulfilled demand. You can also activate the furnace overdrive, which temporarily increases efficiency but also increases wear. Be careful and turn overdrive off before the wear indicator fills up and causes a malfunction, resulting in casualties. I was just saying how we don't need all of these people. Sounds good to me. Okay. So we go here. As the thick black liquid oozes through pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament to the hardships that made us. But more importantly, it's our haven in the storm that has allowed it. In the storm, it has allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and it will do so again. We have oil. We can turn on the furnace. Select the Dreadnought's Wreck to access furnace control. Once turned on, the Dreadnought's Furnace will automatically convert oil to heat. I see. I don't. But I'm gonna smile and nod and say yes. Okay. Deactivate district. Demolish this district. No thank you. Emergency shifts. The wanderers will work deep into the night with little regard for their safety. So this is how many people I want to put towards it. And the more that you put towards it, it looks like it scales generally in your favor. It looks like it scales generally in your favor. Okay, so emergency shift. We're not going to do that. Sick and injured. 2 registered as sick. How are you sick? From what? Just kidding. I understand. So how do I use you exactly? What was the thing about overdrive? This is not a good tutorial at all. Alright, we have 2 districts. Food stockpile hub? 74 weeks. Oh, that's the time left. Extraction food district, construction district. I have 0 idea. Unfulfilled 60, output 0. Can I T to see the tutorial on this? Oh, sick and injured. Sick workers increase proportionally to how disease currently is. After the disease workforce upon decreasing or being cured in hospitals. The injured will rejoin the workforce over time. Having hospitals accelerates this process. You may encounter other types through the various events and decisions that you make. 60 froze to death. That's good. I have 0 idea what I'm doing. Workforce available. Absent 2 because of sickness. Employed 300. 65% of the population. So is this working? Turn on the furnace to provide heat. I would like to. How do I do? How do I do? Oh, there's the pause button. Okay, so I could pause it that way. Can I get a tutorial for this, please, to remember how to do this? I don't need the tutorial for that. Cold. Dreadnought's furnace. How do I get to this menu? Is what I'm confused. Oh, it's over here. It wasn't. Oh my god, I feel dumb. All right. So we want the generator on, and we don't have any surplus. We don't need. Fuel mix shows, oh god, the furnace is on, we have enough oil to cover current needs, but the cold will still affect until they have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us from the cold if built in close proximity to other housing or the furnace itself. However, we need prefabricated parts. We brought some with us, the rest we need to extract from the wagon wreckages. I see. So, I'm paused here. This is the Dreadnought district. Total demand is heat, 20. This is doing fine. But somehow this is still severe? Even though we have the heat going? Is it because these aren't connected? So we need to get over here. Construct districts. Which means I'll need to excavate to this, right? I'll need to do 1, 2, 3. I don't know what it makes sense to frostbreak if there's just no resources around. But I do understand that we need to get to this, if I'm not mistaken. And then a housing district we can put up near generator plus 20 heat. Oh. Okay. What? So we can't... Here doesn't give us any benefit, but if we build this like so, these 3 districts will, or these 3 areas will get the benefit of we'll do 1, 2, 3. Just do housing out here, I guess, right? Oh! Food stockpile hub. This is a lot to take in. 6. So we'll just do it like that because it seems we lose the benefit after we put 3 down. I guess we don't have enough heat? I thought we would. We have 2 things going. This is outputting 60. Base output 60 per what? Just 60? So I have a total of 120, which means this should be fuel mix. We're using oil to get 60 heat. 30 oil gives us 60 heat. But we've met our demands, but this is still severe. Oh, but look at that! Look at that! It's not because of the heat anymore. It's not because of the heat anymore. We have no food. I guess next it's gonna give us tutorial on food. Over here. Fertile soil, yeah. Ooh. Look at that! Look at that pollution! Nice! Global warming ain't got nothing on this smoke cloud. Just take that, ozone. Alright, so this is all done now? So do I need another excavation district on this? Extracts resources from deposit. I'm assuming yes. And does it make sense to connect these districts? Maybe? I don't know. Why do they need to be 3 wide? Okay, so we got 2 projects going on at once. What I think is enough heat. Extremely increased diseased. Shelter. Your population needs shelter to survive. If not provided, cold will aggressively rise in the city. Available 25, 14 unfulfilled. I do appreciate that it's just very clear. It's like gray good, red bad. Simple. Shelter is provided by housing districts, but remember, as other types of districts, it needs heat. If the heat demand is not fulfilled, cold will rise, but at a lower rate compared to the lack of shelter. Building housing districts in the right place, example no proximity, can reduce their heat demand, which is what I tried to do. Alright, and that food is below here. I don't know why we'd want to travel that far for food. But, so should I just have... I have 1,300 available. Should I just be making sure to frost break things just so I can get to these points right now? Is that sort of the goal? I'm still down with shelter. Unfulfilled 15. Food is scarce. Build 2 housing districts. Oh, okay. Frost break 2 and build an extraction. That's ongoing. And I can frost break. Let's do... Do I need a frost break around here? Or can I just... I cannot. Interesting. So I need to frost break this area, and then I'll be good to go. So let's do 1, 2... Oh, shoot. They refuse to work in 2 separate sides. So let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could have housing coming out on both sides of it. Maybe I should have done over here. Is this technically... That's not next to the furnace though, right? Okay, and I'm not doing this in dual speed because I'm just trying to see and witness everything going on. Return scraps. We give them 210 scrap. I mean, I have 400 and I'm about to get more. But I don't think that's important right now. They can be miserable and cold and indifferent. I don't care. They're doing fine. It doesn't matter. So now that this is done, do I need to do anything here? Or they're just going to keep mining this out? Which means I immediately should be focused on... maybe getting to these, yeah? Just frost breaking to get out to these areas would make the most sense. So let's... Especially if I have the... Oh, can I not get down there? I could go this way, though. Which will also get me to food. I have to go down. Gotcha. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go to this far one and then work our way around. And can I do that again? No, not while they're currently. So those are the workers dedicated to frost breaking, I guess? I don't know. "30 froze to death!" No! That's fine, we didn't need them, they were weak anyway. This is survival of the fittest, and they weren't fit, clearly. We needed them out. But we'll build you more houses, so hopefully some of you will stay a little bit warm. Is that all I need? Oh, I probably shouldn't have put... Although, I guess if you could only build... Can you only build 3 districts for the tutorial? I'm assuming there's going to be a lot more. I can't believe I got 3 people killed in the tutorial. That's wonderful. Good job! You've put your hands in the right people. Just kidding. You didn't, because your fingers are probably falling off. Just shatter them. Honestly, the sooner you get rid of the little piggies, the sooner we can really get stuff going. You don't need those fingers. Just get rid of a couple. You'll be fine. As long as your thumb's still good and your pinky's still good and maybe these 3. You'll be fine. Or maybe these 3. You'll be fine. So these guys are done frost breaking. You guys are returning back to base, yeah? Which means let's get a food district going. Just right away. I don't see if there's a reason to wait. Unless the citizens need breaks. I don't particularly see a reason not to have folks frost breaking whenever possible, right? Because we don't need to have any production going. Of course, you don't want to spread too thin, right? We don't want to start putting down a district on top of this necessarily. But because that would spread our workers too thin and they'd get cold and miserable and grumpy. This is the warmer season. Colder season. I have no idea what any of that means. Alright, so this is being built. Good on you guys. City looks great. It's amazing how quick. I guess it's taken multiple weeks. We're already week 30. We've established some heat and shelter. We must now turn our attention to the incoming whiteout. Firstly, we must frostbreak to small patches of fertile soil suitable for growing food. Then we must store it in depots. We must move quickly so no one starves. They've already died. It's fine. I've killed them. So I should probably put this... Oh, so if we, like, have multiple... So if I just go to districts for a second, we have... No, there's not food close enough. I was going to say, if there was 2 spots of food close enough and we put the hub in between them, that would probably work really well, right? So that's probably why the district part is important. And then if you frost break, right? So this is going... This is wrapping itself around. So if I can't put it there. I can do that. I can do that. Okay. So I can put this here. That's minus 10% requirement. I can't connect those two, but hey, we're doing fine. So you work on that. What are you doing? Food district, unfinished. So food district will immediately have the hub going. Honestly, 30 people dying, I take that as a win. I would see that as a success. I've been in a frost... Oh, I thought you said FrostPunk. I was going to say, I've been in a FrostPunk lately. But, FrostPunk. We've secured our immediate survival. Now we have to stockpile before the thing. We need to produce more food than our demand. So, that's fine. I'm fine with that. We can keep... Let's just get right to this. Hi diddly ho, we're going to the food source. And you know what? We'll even start working our way that way. Boom. So we're gonna get to food down there. We're gonna get to food up here. You're gonna have plenty of food. Nobody is going to starve. Besides the people that probably already are. Food common, available 45, unfulfilled 8, which means we definitively need another one. We also need more. We have 640. 60 people are sick. We need more scrap because our food district is using scrap, which means I need to. So I'm assuming that this is what the game pretty much is. Is like, hey, we built this thing over here, so now these guys over here are freaking out, and just nobody's ever going to be happy. So let's put that right there. And just absolutely nobody at any point in time is ever going to be happy with whatever's going on. Total output 15. Okay. And we're still low on food. We're still low on materials. The only thing that's good is housing. What is this bar down here? Relations define how much they trust me. Bigger communities impact overall trust more. We need to learn about trust. Trust shows how much confidence they have in you as their leader. They should have none. I've explained this. It mainly consists of your relations with all communities and factions, which are influenced by your actions toward them, fulfillment of promises. Additionally, their opinion of you depends on which direction you develop the city. When your citizens fall sick or die, it worsens your relation, lowering your overall trust. Revered, respected, accepted, tolerated, despised. Okay, so I am actually a person. I am not just a god figure. And they can try to kill me, which is good to know. So that frost breaking is done. Is there a reason I would not want to just keep on doing this perpetually? I can't think of one. Perhaps because I only have 400 people available to work? Right, okay, I see. So, excavation district, 200 people are working in the housing district. God knows why we need to work in the housing district. I guess repairs and stuff like that. 100 people in the stockpile hub. It's more people than an Amazon warehouse. Jesus Christ. Food district, 200 people. Extraction, 600. Wait, but isn't this a... What district is that? That's a... Oh, that is the extraction. Okay, so 300... We have 200 per each district. We're not stockpiling food. Why are we not stockpiling food? What the fudge is this? We've been here so many times. The soil is depleting. A couple more months and there will be no point erecting the hothouses. There will be nothing to grow food on, and the yield is so low. Either we pull emergency shifts or tighten our belts. Otherwise, there might not be enough for everyone. We might not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Consider asking the Wanderers to tighten belts or instill emergency shifts in food districts. Okay. So that was a guy complaining. Tighten belts. They will ration their food more for the whiteout, intentionally going hungry. I'm actually pretty hungry, come to think of it. Or we can emergency shift, trust falls slightly. Look, they like me enough. Workers in food district, yeah. They trust me enough. Do I have to cancel this at some point, or is this going to go off on their own? $51 weeks to get 40,000 food. Instruct the Wanderers to... Oh. Turn that off. It said the specifically tighten belts. Okay. Oh, I could technically do both. Ah, I can do both. Better 2 meals a day now than no meals a day later. I'm glad that you agree. What is this? We mourn those who have recently passed. What, the 30 people? As their custom, we take them to the oil pits. We generally lower them into the blackness, the fuel that keeps our body warm, preserves us in death, but death also erodes trust in leaders. Without trust, there's no future. Trust and relations fall every time people die. I see. Did more people die? No, only 30 people died. Our population is rising steadily, yet we have not replaced a single person. It's been 39 weeks. Make some gosh damn babies! Alright, we have food surplus. We have materials are scarce. So I need scrap and then more food. Excavation. There. And food. Shoot, we need to frost break. Wait, actually, I could probably do this smarter. If I... Oh, nope, that is absolutely not smarter. If I frost break 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Summer break! I would love a nice second summer break. Although I'm very excited. Right now, this is my favorite type of weather that we have. Like this getting into fake fall, like fake kind of end of summer where it's still really warm, but you go out in a nice flannel, some jeans, you're comfortable, it's not too hot out. This is perfect temperatures in my opinion. My knees ache and my fingers are stiff. I can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by evening fire. But maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower the food requirement. No, no. What if you just work? Put the elderly in the food deposit place, in the stockpile hub. That has to be really easy labor. 32 sick people have returned to work. What is this? Nearly depleted. Great. We're working on building another district for that. And then, honestly, have we... You guys are frost breaking now. Instantaneously, we're just going to work our way to this scrap because it seems like, well, we need 47 weeks. We are not going to do that unless we really go hard on the food. But I don't think we can put up the districts. Yeah, we need the materials. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing anything right. I might be doing literally everything horribly, horribly wrong. I have no idea. Okay, what do you have to say? Against the elements, squalor. Each day... Oh, I thought we had no squalor. Each day the wind grows fiercer, relentlessly it beats against our buildings, weakening our structures gust by gust. Without raw materials, our districts will deteriorate. The more we build, the more we need. This is the world we know. Provide more materials before it harms our people. I am working on it. Maintain infrastructure. Optional order emergency shifts. Okay. We're gonna do it. Sorry, we'll get a little bit of trust back by scrap, right? Build an extraction district on a maintenance wagon. Was my timing literally just this off? Ooh! Get off my screen. It's not that cold. We're doing fine. Okay, you're working in emergency shifts. Our food stockpile is going up. And I think we have... Not housing. Oh, what do you got over here? Shocked at the sight of seals. Seals! I can't believe my eyes. We haven't seen them since before the Great Frost. How did they survive? There's enough meat there to feed everybody. We're saved. But should we slay them if the Lord spared them from the end of the world? The seal colony can supplement our food production. I don't want to slay the seals. Are people going to get depressed if I do that? Probably, right? So I am going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll work our way towards the food. 8. I think I'm understanding this game. I have zero idea if I'm doing well. They're working emergency. You're almost out of scrap, which is good because we're almost out of workers. So there's that. I feel like I should put another food thing down because what we ultimately need is food, right? This is the seal colony. But they don't have any benefit because there's no food hub here. But I don't want to put up the food hub because that is extra workers that I don't think I have right now. I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying to survive and keep everyone happy as best I can. Are you guys happy? You guys doing well? You guys surviving? The winter's coming. Unless you live in Australia, then you're already in winter, I think. Summer break, fall break, winter break, frost break, ice break. All the breaks. Let's do extraction on that one. Alright, we have 400 people. And this is soon going to be, like, depleted, which would mean... Yeah, this is depleted, no resources to output. Which is good, because then we just got a bunch of workers out, which means we can also put down another... should we do another one of... Wait, did I not... Oh, I did frostbreak this. Should we do more scrap and then do food? We have 40 weeks left. Let's do more... They wanted scrap. Extract enough materials to satisfy district demands. How do I know? I need 100. And how much do these produce? Let's pause this. How much do you produce? Your oil. Your scrap. You get 20 per week. I need 100. So... yes to the district over here? Can I see the little seals? I was sort of hoping I'd be able to see all these things. I do really love the visuals of this game, though. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's very cool to see. Material scarcity. I got 2 districts that I'm working on for that. At least we're not cold. How is our furnace doing, then? With the heat? Not that. The furnace. Can I see the furnace? We're doing fine on heat. I'm assuming they didn't want this to be the issue for the tutorial. Can I turn off emergency shifts? Probably not, right? I should just keep them on. Did I put a food district? Foods... I built a stockpile hub. I meant to put down the food district. Alright, get more food. We're not doing well. We got 38 weeks. We need 40,000. And... now I can't frostbreak because we're out of people. Dang! Okay, I understand where the complexity of this game is going to really come from then. I completely understand it. Good work. We've gathered enough. We should now focus on stockpiling food for the workout. Let's focus on food. Trust begins to rise. See, we could have them work overtime, and they will still trust us. We're gonna kill the seals. We're killing all the seals. I'm sorry. I love seals. I think they're beautiful and adorable and silly and fun and great. But the seals, we gotta get rid of them. We need the food. If we take care of ourselves first, then we can take care of the seals. Assuming we leave some alive. So we actually have a massive surplus of materials. So I think that we probably did a little bit overkill with this. We have a surplus of food as well. Stockpiling 15 per 1 day. But we're going to be getting more. Because we're getting that. Hey, Joey! It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you, and I genuinely hope that you've been doing really, really well. Because I know it's been like 1,000 years since I've really interacted with anybody outside of Red and Holly, as part of the Renegade Realm podcast. It's been like a gazillion years for that. Alright, so now we have a 95 stockpiling per day. And we're getting plenty of surplus here. Oh, shoot. People in camp are getting tense. No! They worry we won't gather enough food. Our hunters propose to slaughter the remaining seals, including pups and females, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of these creatures on Earth. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be burning on our resources. If you fail the consequences, we will gather enough food in time. If you fail the consequence, either this will not food required. Either I let the elders voluntarily walk into the freezing cold and just die. This actually is a really fun game to stream. I know I'm learning, and I know I haven't made content in ages, but just God forbid there was the possibility to get like 30 people, 40 people watching this game. And I did see, if you look at, I don't want to hit anything right now, but I did see, if you look at the Twitch integration, they have like where the chat can vote on things too, so they thought of that ahead of time for things like this. I love that. I absolutely love that. And this would be a lot of fun for decisions like this. But anyway, there's 6 of you here. One of them is myself watching on the other screen. If 2 of you out of the 6 want to put in your vote, do we slaughter the seals, or do we let all of the old people voluntarily walk out into the frozen wasteland to die? I'm gonna go get a little snack, and I will let you guys... Do I have a... I don't have a be right back screen for this. So, if 2 out of the 6 of you, or 5, wanna let me know what you guys would vote on. When I get back, we'll make that decision. But this is fun. I really like this game. I can see myself getting completely and utterly absorbed into this. Like, 1,000% absorbed into this. But I will be right back. Alright, I don't know what is going on with my audio, but you can hear literally everything. So we are just going to make sure that we put the put a little filter on here. You were able to hear literally everything. Let the elders go, Joey. Let the elders go, Grumpy. Yep. Yeah, I was saying the same thing. I don't think I could kill all these people. But I am, however, going to just turn... I hope that doesn't make me too quiet. I'm going to be testing just for a little bit. I hope that doesn't make me too quiet. I'm going to be testing just for a little bit. No, I'm still pretty loud, actually. So I'll turn that down even further. No, I'm still pretty loud, actually. So I'll turn that down even further. I think that should be good. If it even made that much of a difference. Honestly, it might not have. I'll keep it right there. I think that should be... Alright, let the elders grow, let the elders die. I'm going to just hide my little face here for a bit. We're just gonna go boop. Just for a bit. And then I'll come back on. Alright. This will not... Let's respect their wishes. Let them go. Let them go. They want it. They asked for it. They're willing to do it. I'm sure they were probably sitting there like, he wouldn't actually say yes, right? There's no way. Yeah, there's way. Anyway, Joey, it is good to see you. And I want to know, how have you been? I apologize. I haven't really been active on any other areas in general. That went down. Those elders brought it down by how much? That's insane. I wonder if they would have just loved me if I was able to, but then they would have had to work triple shifts and then the trust would have eroded. So honestly, left alt economy overlay. Interesting view. Ooh. Oh. Oh. No way, Joey! Congrats! Oh my god, that's amazing! That's so awesome! Oh, I'm so excited for you! Wow! When? When? Oh my god! Oh! I'm so excited. Oh, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be so damn good. I cannot wait for you. I am so excited. That's amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations. I expect pictures, and I want to see when he or she is ready. I want to see them make an appearance on the Bethesda Brothers podcast. I want to see them. I want to see them live. Well, I guess those are pre-recorded. But I have been, even though I don't comment, I have been watching the Bethesda Brothers podcast. It's great to see you and King together again. I absolutely love it. You guys have a great dynamic. So I've been keeping up to date there. Okay, so they said this little kid is upset that grandma's gone, but it's fine because you don't have to die now because grandma's gone. So honestly, Sounds like a bit of a win. These kids will understand the sacrifices they have to make. Eventually, they might be in the same position. So, I don't think I'm nearly going to get enough food for this. It's definitely an interesting time to be in the gaming loop. There's a lot going on, both good and bad. I feel there's a lot more positivity lately than there has been in a while. Just in the sense that we're starting to see like the live service trend kind of collapse on itself a little bit, which to me that's a good thing. We're starting to see, you know, like, yeah, game prices did go up, but we're still seeing some titles come out with $60 prices. Like this game I think is $45, which is amazing. You know, there's things I don't like. For example, the early access, right? It's going to just become a standard. We knew this was going to happen, especially once Starfield did it, and now even FrostPunk did it. You pay for the deluxe edition and you get early access, and sometimes they include DLC, but how long is it before they just start taking that DLC away as part of that deluxe offering? I wouldn't be surprised if it's sooner rather than later. But we're getting awesome games coming out too. This today just came out. Aura History Untold tomorrow, Indiana Jones, Avowed, you know, the Towerborn from Xbox. So many cool. Stalker 2, replaced. I said Stalker 2, replaced. There's way too many. Way too many. Of course, Warhammer just came out, which is so much fun. I only played the one time. I did only play one time, and that's kind of on me. But I was playing it with red and that blue number, and it was honestly just it. When everyone describes it, even the game director was like, "We just wanted to remind people of a simpler time in gaming," and I don't know how they captured it as well as they did. Honestly, it was incredible to me to see that. And then, of course, Shattered Space. There's a lot of excitement around Shattered Space, positively so. Because I think a lot of the people they're still out there, by all means. But a lot of the people who were really hating on Starfield have kind of died away. They got bored, they moved on. And now, you just have the people who are actually excited about it, talking about it again. And I really am hoping that Shattered Space can live up to the expectation. In fact, if I made a video, if I were to make a video, the video I would probably make, give me 1 second here. The video I would probably make would be basically that Bethesda needs to, you know, and I've said this on the Renegade Realm podcast, but I would probably make a discussion around the fact that Bethesda supposedly learned from Far Harbor right after Fallout 4, and they couldn't change the core mechanics of Fallout 4, but working within what they had there, they were able to make something that a lot of people liked, and a lot of people said was the best part of Fallout 4. And Joey, you're absolutely the person for this discussion, because as a you know, the Fallout mega fan, if you will. Then now Starfield comes out, and once again, they have a lot of decisions in the game that people did not necessarily like or didn't resonate with. So now they're going to Shattered Space and trying to correct that with the handcrafted, the locations on a single planet, all of that stuff. So you have two games, both had to be improved from their DLCs. Both are possibly, we don't know about Shattered Space yet, but at least Far Harbor was received very well. Shattered Space, I think, even though it won't necessarily change people's minds, if I had to guess, I do think that there's strong potential for it just to be the stronger part of Starfield, of the game as a whole, for a lot of people. And if that does come to be, then now you have, they learned their lesson from Starfield by making Shattered Space. They learned their lesson from Fallout 4 by making Far Harbor. So when Elder Scrolls 6 comes around, you've already learned your lesson twice. You should probably have a pretty good grasp on what people are looking for. And of course, that doesn't mean to not push boundaries or not to try new things, but you just gotta You gotta shake the boat, but you can't shake it where people will notice. Everybody wants Elder Scrolls 6. Literally everybody. I asked all of them. Every single person. They all said yes. It is still a highlight for me. It's still a highlight for me that I got to ask Shirley Curry what she would ask Todd Howard. And she responded, "Where the hell is Elder Scrolls 6? I want a bit before I die." That was legendary. I'm so glad I got to meet her. That was super cool. And that went viral too. That went like on news outlets were covering it. Like big news outlets too. Where we're covering that and using that video as headlines. They should hire me. I do great. I ask the questions people want to know. Alright, I finished my bolognese. Sorry, professional streamer. I'm gonna blame it on I haven't done it in a very long time. So, this is what I assume is normal now. Alright. I miss making content. Oh, let me just transition here. I'll put my face back up. Actually, I could do this. What? No? Okay. Ah! I'm good now. Okay, interesting. Because it's not show. I am very loud. Let me turn that down. It's not showing me the sound wave, but yeah. So anyway, I was saying I got pasta on my shirt. Don't eat pasta while you're wearing white. But I miss regarding like, do you miss making content? I miss making videos. I miss sharing it with that audience, like sharing it with audience. I miss getting the feedback on it. I miss having that dialogue. I still kind of long for the day where I could turn on a stream like this and just have 30, 40 people coming in and just hanging out, right? That's really all I ever wanted. That's what I still would love. I don't miss the grind, the pressure of being like, well, I need to make a video, like, oh shoot, this news just dropped, let me cancel plans, because that's what I was ultimately doing at some points. Like, let me just cancel these things that I was going to do, or say no to something that I know is coming up because I need to work on content, or I need to make a video, or I know that this event is coming around. I don't necessarily miss that part of it. And I don't, what I will say, like, the biggest turnoff for me currently as far as YouTube goes is just simply the way that you need to be on the platform in order to kind of even get your main audience, right? Because YouTube doesn't share your videos with your subscribers unless they're actively watching everything you put out. It won't even show your video to your own subscribers sometimes. So you need to just have this mentality of making videos where it's I don't want to point out specific channels, but there's some I have in mind where just everything is, I can't believe that this happened, or a major, like, this is massive. And they don't say what it is. They don't have any, like, no clue. This changes everything, right? And I'm not, like, even criticizing the people who do that, because that's what's getting the engagement. So that's what's bringing viewers in. But, you know, that's never been me. I've never wanted to be like that. And it just kind of feels as though if you want any kind of traction on YouTube, that's sort of what you need to be. So I really don't want to jump into making content until I'm firmly, and I know I've said it before, but like until I am 1000% in the place of this is what I'm doing because it is my spare time and I want to be doing this in my spare time because I have that hobby, until I can absolutely, and it's hard. Anybody who's made content on YouTube, I think, has eventually found out that it is sort of difficult to have that separation because YouTube itself pushes so hard this growth mindset. You go into the back end of YouTube and everything, you know, you log into your YouTube studio and everything you see is just grow here, like expand this. You get that stupid panel that says like, this video is ranking 10 out of 10, and you're just, they make it hard to dissociate those elements, unless you have no problem just like making a video, uploading it, and then being done with it, which honestly is a place I want to get to, mentally, where you're not even logging into YouTube analytics anymore. You're not even, the only reason you're going in there is to maybe perform some changes that you need to. But other than that, if you want to, like, there are ways around it. You can respond to comments if you sign into your YouTube account on your phone or on your computer. Just go to the video and then just respond to it right from the video. There's a way around having to log into the back end. When you post it, just schedule it, set it, and forget it. So instead of like uploading it, if there was a way to push these things in advance so they were ready to go, so you didn't have to really check up on it and see it, and then you're like, well, I just uploaded this, how is it doing? So there's a lot of those factors to it, but yeah, it's hard, and I think, you know, anyone who's done YouTube or uploaded content can sort of understand and relate to that. If you're just a viewer, it's easy to say, well, you should just be doing it for fun. Like, yeah, you are doing it for fun. But all of these little things are so pervasive in how you navigate the platform that it's really difficult to dissociate one from the other. So, anyway, alright. I want to go back to this, because I am having fun here. And I'll probably do this for like another 30-ish minutes or so. It's all perspective, and that's the problem with it too, is it never gets better. It doesn't get better. I mean, it can, but it doesn't get better because then all that happens is the scale, the bar moves up. But it's still like, you move up with, so it's always perpetually in flux. It's not as though like, oh, well, I was only, like when I started, I was only getting 500 views and now I'm getting 3,000. It's always like, well, I'm getting 3,000, so why aren't I getting... And you're just constantly chasing that next, like, dopamine boost, or that hit of having that next one that just takes off. And it doesn't matter where the scale is because it's all relative. Alright, let's go to this. Let's see what we got. A mysterious symbol, the captain's legacy. One of our frost-breaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads, New London Scouts 3rd Platoon, and he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to the elders that just walked off and died. Very impressive. Claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has religious. Maybe you've heard of this New London before and can settle. New London is a city of discipline that follows strong leadership and where militant squads keep the peace. This will create a continuity in which New London has embraced order to survive. Oh, so this is how you might have played FrostPunk 1? Probably order. Militant squads keep the peace, strong leadership. This will create continuity has leaned on either fate, order, or faith to survive. No, let's just pick. I don't like doing those halfsy things. Oh, that one's depleted as well. Shoot, are we going to get in 26 weeks enough food? I think we really need to. We have 300 workers available. Let's put down another food district. That's fertile soil. We have 197 people available. Because a lot of people are working on extraction, but honestly, can I cut down the extraction? Because we still have such a massive surplus. Yeah, let's just power this sucker off. We have a surplus of 30 scrap still. So we'll leave that one down so that way we can keep our efforts focused on the food. Right? And also let's continue working our way. So this is just ready to go. I'm assuming we might need to... Oh, I can... Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh god. It's momentum based. It swings if you keep going. That's interesting. So, I'm assuming we're going to need to sort of really harvest each of these. That's an extraction district for oil, which we have enough shelter. Our population isn't growing at all, though. It says rising steadily, but it's actually not. I assume that's for tutorial purposes. But I don't know, unless we start working these guys overtime. Do we have to tighten them up again? Tighten belts? They're already doing that. Can I return some scraps? I think I have enough scraps, right? And I have a whole generator turned off, so you know what? Let's give them some scrap. Now we have still some surplus left over. We have 147 food per day. We have another district. We have 347 people that are ready to work, which means we're immediately going to place another food district right there. All of food. This still has 8,000 remaining. I think we're gonna make it. If we keep this up, I think we are going to make it. We had 30 people die because they got too cold, because I forgot to put down, or I didn't realize I needed to put down more housing. Which we have a surplus of housing, we have a surplus of materials, we have a surplus of food. And we're able to give, we probably can do also, oh, we can't do that. I was gonna say we could probably return scraps. If we turn this back on, let's just get minimal production there. Just minimal production. And we could probably do that again to make them trust us even more. Honestly, I think we're the best leader these guys have ever seen. I don't mean to brag or nothing, but I do. Probably not. We got 19 weeks. Let's see in 19 weeks if we're still saying the same thing. So is this the whole thing, though? Are we going to just keep moving to different different zones. This is the prologue, so I'm assuming this is just very controlled. But I've seen, like, some screenshots where there's a hell of a lot going on. Also, I hope the quality of the stream is okay, just because, like, the bitrate and everything, the frame rate, because I have not streamed in 7,000 years. So... Alright, look at that, 192 per day. So if we math this out, we're getting 192 per day. We have stockpiles ready in 7 weeks at current rate. Oh, it tells you right there. So we're doing grand. Not only that, but I don't know if what you have now affects what you get in later acts. Honestly, I'm doing well enough that I sort of hope so. This is the easy difficulty, though. I'm not forgetting that fact. I can't frost break because I have no workers available. I would have to turn off one of these plants. Or just lower them. How are you doing? So I think we could actually... We could fast forward a bit. Just because not much is going on. And we're going to have it ready in 5... We're 10 weeks ahead of our quota. We probably didn't need to let the elders go die. We could have had the elders. They wanted to. It was voluntary. I wonder what bonus you get if you keep them around. Or is it just, like, near impossible? Like, you would get to 30,000. No, because we needed 40. Someone, if you care enough, can math this. We're getting 192 per day at this current rate. 192 for 10 weeks. So that would be... oh. We did it. We secured enough food. Our workers will make some last-minute preparations. We should try and keep our people warm. Now we wait. Prepare for the whiteout. Wait until it hits. Okay. I mean... We're just still stockpiling food. We've got plenty of scrap. I don't... What else is there to do? I can't frost break. Put a housing district down. I don't know if there's reason to. But that will really limit my workforce. Let's turn down on food a little bit. Oh wait, why does... Oh, this is not food, this is scrap. This is food. Let's go down on food a little bit so we can go up in scrap. Oh, that puts us at a heat efficiency. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, we're already at a heat efficiency. Shoot. So people are cold. Alright, well, let's turn off one of the food districts to help with that. Let's turn off 2 of the food districts to help with that. So now we are... Okay, we could do that. So that's operating minimum efficiency. That's operating minimum efficiency. But in turn, we're getting a giant surplus of scrap, which I think we need the scrap anyway. I don't know if there's something that comes after this, or if I literally just need to bide my time for the 7 weeks and then the next chapter is going to start. However, what I will say is, just in case, what I wanted to do was this. There you go. See? They love us. And then also we can turn off emergency shifts, which now... And we could also tell them they don't need to tighten belts anymore. So, there you go. And we have, look at this, look at this, look at this. We can turn one of these back on. We could keep stockpiling that food. Oh, no we can't. That brings us to -8. Never mind. We can't do that. Alright, speed ahead. Fastest speed. Did that just go up from 3 to 4? we have 359 heat available, but I can't turn that on. The whiteout is here. The preparations are over. And we don't have nearly enough heat. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Was there any chance? Like, that was minus 800 heat. Survival through sacrifice. When the whiteout hit, the wanderers were ready, at least those who remained. They huddled together while howling winds buffeted the rusted hull. With a colony of seals to hunt responsibly for years to come, they felt confident about their future. See, we saved the seals. We didn't need the old people. No trace was ever found of those who volunteered to walk into the frost. Some say they walked straight across the snow through the gates of paradise. Good for them. The wanderers emerged shaken but determined to continue their journey. They pray for the day the whiteout stopped, the storms fewer and further between. Maybe one day, their prayers will be answered. Well, we survived. That's all that counts. The old people, they're gone. It's fine. We survived the end of the world. At least they volunteered. You gotta give them credit. They did volunteer. We survived the end of the world. Now what? Now you just go cry a lot. Now you have the chance for philosophy, to think, to reflect on what everything you've done wrong, and why your life leading up to this point has been just a series of wrong decisions after wrong decisions, and mistakes that you need to make up for. Yes, it is active, Jonas. I know. That was just the intro. The music is really cool. This channel is active. I decided I wanted to stream. So, here we are. You can hardly hear me over the music. Okay. There we go. That should fix it. People yearn for a future worth dreaming of, but is the same future for all? Probably not, honestly. Keep the city together. No. I'm going to destroy everything or hold its hand on its deathbed. That's me. See? They heard me. The game heard me. I am going to absolutely destroy and mutilate everything that I touch. Scraping the barrel. All right. Good intro. The captain is dead as he weakened growing divisions. Oh, so now we're in New London. So before we were just random people, that was the tutorial. Now we're in New London. The captain is dead as he weakened growing divisions brought city maintenance to a grinding halt. Now New London is left to suffer the consequences. As steward, it is your charge to lead, but you must prove yourself. The overcrowded city is low on resources. Use this warmer year to build more shelter, secure coal, and power the generator back on. Hearing the generator always just brings me back to Angry Joe when they were reviewing Godzilla. Godzilla is approaching the generator! Godzilla is approaching the generator! Godzilla is approaching the generator! That was a really funny review. A bit overdramatic. England doesn't look this bad. No, it's New London. They moved out of Britain. They're talking about, look, this is what they're talking about Canada. In the year 2087, London decided that they were going to expand and they moved into Canada, but they weren't ready. It was very cold for them. This is what it's like. This is their story. The survivors tell their story. We've changed their names to protect their identities. Alright. Warmer year to build shelter, secure coal, power the generator. Okay. I have no idea what I need to do here. So, I'm assuming ultimately I'm just on my own now. Frost break to a shallow coal seam and construct an extraction. Turn on the generator. Construct new housing to address the lack of shelter. Alright, so now we have multiple factions to manage, which this did not at all tell me anything about any of these guys. The Stalwarts, the New Londoners, the Frostlanders. I have no idea how to manage that. The generator is disabled. The generator. This is the same as the furnace. Yep, that we just did. So we have... Oh, zoomy there. We got some balloons. That's cool. Central District. Oh, that literally is the... Whoa! I like that zoom effect. That's a cool, like, motion blur. It is on Game Pass. That's how I'm playing it now. That is how I'm playing it now. Okay, so if we... Frozen Forest materials. Abandoned ruins. Shallow coal seam is over there. So this is where we need to get to for the coal. Which, I assume your first priority should always be getting heat in this type of game. Frozen Forest. Frozen Forest. What is this? Old way station. Ruins of an old way station. Battered down. We can restore it as a rear base. Alright, do we have a... What is... Infinite? Fertile soil. Deep melting drill building. Oh, God. This is infinite. Frozen forest. Deep metal drill building. And this is for extra exploration efforts. This is all coal. So this whole region is coal. I'm assuming that's the direction I need to go in. So 1, 2, 3. We'll put 2 there. And then we'll also get to these... Oh, we're not gonna make it. Okay. 1 short. I'm gonna go over in this direction just because there's 3 abandoned ruins here versus the 2 over there. I think that might be the best idea. So once we get there, we can put the district down. For now, we're still paused. Aura, yeah, Aura comes... See, bro, some Yankees news just came out. I yapped in my front of my mic for 10 minutes, now I'm editing the video. Sports talk is such a simple niche. Sports talk is very different. It doesn't have... And it's a good thing. Like, I'm not complaining. Like, I'm not upset, but, like, sports talk is interesting because I feel like the quality bar is a lot lower. And I'm not saying that in an insulting way. I understand how it might come off as such. But... I just mean that the people in that space don't have the high production value, consistently higher production value that gaming channels have, where it's all about the setups and the lighting and the this and the that and the editing and the transitions. And I honestly think that's largely because of streaming. So people like watch a lot of streams, they come to content and they expect that in the on-demand content as well. But sports, you don't need to have that like RPG gamer energy, I'm gonna call it, but it's good. It's a great niche. It's a great niche though, and you kill it. Like you clearly are doing it well. So Aura's coming out tomorrow, and I'm very excited for that. Is Aura multiplayer? Not that we can never consistently play. Music is still blaring. Okay. I hope that's a little better. I lowered it quite a lot. The music's really good though. So I turned it up in my own ears quite a bit. It's just the music comes and goes, and the ambient sound is really nice, but then the music comes in and it's like da da. I'm not gonna get too far into it right now, but the best I can say in regards to how am I doing is if you have friends, whether they're like really really close friends, especially really close friends, or if you have even distant friends, maybe that you've like talked to once in a while, you've hung out with them in person, but maybe not so close where you're hanging out one-on-one with them. Any friends really, just reach out to them and ask how they're doing. Just say, hey, I've been thinking about you, how you doing? It goes a long way. So I don't want to get too far into the weeds in that, but yeah, it's important. But I'm doing good, otherwise I wouldn't be streaming. I love the way the snow looks in this game, though. Oh my gosh. Alright, so... I don't know if this means I'll necessarily be making a video, like a formal video anytime soon. Oh, we could put another base over there. But at least this is a first step, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll do another live stream that's more of like an actual like gaming, not a podcast, but like that style, like kind of a talking head style news address. What is this one? Crime! Oh my god, I have to manage crime. Okay, well, let's just start. They're frostbreaking to... I can't do much. They're frostbreaking to here. This is a really, really cool game. And if this is simplified from what it originally was, then they did a good job, because even with just that tutorial, I was saying it's not a good tutorial, and honestly it wasn't, because I was like, where the F am I supposed to be looking? But in some ways, that's actually a good thing, because it means you have to poke around and you have to figure it out on your own. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to do anything. Heat stamps. Heat stamps are stockpilable resources that can be spent on frostbreaking. Oh my god, I need frostbreaking money. Also, hold on. I'm having... Will this help? I hope that helps. My monitor, I've realized that my monitor, if the refresh rate is off, I'll, like, you guys won't be able to see it, but my monitor, like, flickers, and with this game, it's particularly bad. Sometimes I could deal with it. It's still, like, I'm very perceptive to that, but it gets really bad. Okay, so I just completely lost, where's the tutorials? There we go. Heat stamps. So I need to have a resource in order to frostbreak. That's new. A city collects heat stamps weekly. Every community provides its share depending on its size. The bigger the community, the more they contribute. This means that as the population grows, heat stamp income also increases. Makes sense. Heat stamps income can be increased by satisfying goods demand. It can also be modified by certain laws and buildings. If you request or donate heat stamps to communities and factions, if you can request. Okay. And I'm assuming that helps your reputation. Okay, so I don't know why they're talking to me like that. Raise funds. Ask the Frostlanders to contribute all they can for the good of the city. The larger the population, relations worsen. Tension notable. Stalwarts will field elite of guards to be used as the steward's 5 guard squad output. Why wouldn't I do that? I guess I won't only want to do that if there's an emergency. Fund projects beneficial. Oh, this costs me. So, 5 guard output. Do I lose guards? Where do I see guards? Or is that not something I need to worry about? I'm saying that as the biggest hypocrite, both to you and to Joey and Jonas. I'm saying it as the biggest hypocrite because I'm just abysmal at remembering to. I just get so locked up in what is directly in front of me. It's like the most ADD thing. Just whatever's in front of me is the only thing that exists. Alright. De-radicalize stalwarts. This community will encourage their former members to leave the faction that they have joined. Relations will worsen with new if I raise funds. Demand funds. Greatly worsen. Alright, I don't know when to use these. This I'm assuming I donate. 216 heat stamps. I have 498. Oi, mate, bit chilly, ain't it? Oi, mate, he's sitting in the cold. You get a little frosty fingertips over there. Oh, you're feeling a little numb in the fingies. Don't worry, we'll get you right as rain. Once we get this oil rig going, if we play time. I really do like that, like, whoosh, whoosh. I want that transition for videos that I don't make anymore, apparently. Oh, dear. Alright, so that's good. Pause again. Alright, I can pause with spacebar. That's very convenient. So now I have access to Research Institute. Housing. I can't build houses? Council Hall. What? Why does a black spire? I guess that's where it gets built. Seat of the council, where delegates representing the city inhabitants meet to enact laws. Let's worry about heat before we do that. Research Institute. Coming up with technological and sociological solution to large-scale problems. Unlocks the idea tree. Each institute improves research speed. We're not going to do that right now. Not at all. Not at all. Whoa. Logistics district. Industrial. Extraction. Food and housing. Right now we need an extraction. Oh, wait. The extraction district can go far. Okay, I see. So it would be worth it then to 1, 2, 3. Well, it might be worth it to go this one. I guess it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it might be worth to go down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we're not reaching those. I'm getting it. So we want to. And then I guess we can go one in that direction. Well, why would we go in that direction? Why wouldn't we go that way? So we're closer to those. Right. So if... Oh, wait. Okay. But there were like 8 of them over here. So if we... Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we might as well just excavate all of these. And then we could get 1, 2, 3, 4. We could probably get... We could get these 4 in one district. Which I don't know if that's good to do. Like, if I have all of those in one district, am I still getting the same output? Or do more workers get allocated there because you have 4 different mines to pull from? I mean, right now I have a heat efficiency of 70. I can build housing, I suppose, while I wait. Oh, no, I can. This is all excavated. But I have to do it in... here, sheltered from wind. I don't have to do it in here, but and only 3 get the bonus. Is there a reason why I would want to... Oh no, 3 gets the bonus for the whole district. I understand. So if I could actually put it up here and it still gets the bonus. Is there a reason why I wouldn't want to put down all 6 of them? Oh, I have to. That's why. That's why I want to. Alright, so there's no reason why I wouldn't then do this. Let's get rid of that. Let's just keep it all in the valley, yeah? Why would I possibly want to put them up here? Okay. We'll get new housing going. I have not played... So this is my first time ever playing FrostPunk at all. At all. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea how to play. I am winging it as I go. And what I can say is, compared to the first one, the only thing I've heard is it is easier... So I could do these simultaneously, actually. It is easier. They did simplify it, but in positive ways, not like where everybody's shouting to the rooftops that it's dumbed down, but rather that they've actually made substantial improvements just to make it more user-friendly for people to get into. That's my understanding, at least, of the whole situation. So these are excavated, which means I'm now going to want... The city is losing heat fast. Will the steward manage? I'm working on it. We're going to get an insane fuel stockpile hub, heating hub. Oh. Okay. I see. Fuel stockpile. material stockpile. Good stockpile. Workforce demand in neighboring extraction districts is decreased. So I should absolutely put this here. And this will hopefully apply to... Exposed to wind. This will hopefully apply to the things that are around it, because I have like 5 of those. And then we're going to put down... We should continue frost breaking. Oh wait, no, I need stamps to frost bake. Right. I didn't have to pay for frost breaking, so now I can't just do it all sort of ad nauseum. Because everything costs stamps. But what I can do now is... expanding districts. Expand districts to increase their scale. Expanded districts are more efficient and provide additional building slots. Oh. Interesting. So I don't need to keep building new ones. I can just... Oh, shoot! That was my way! No! That was my way to get to these! This building right here. I was going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, I wouldn't be able to get both of these. I'd only be able to get one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was only ever going to get 4 of them anyway. So I might as well just do it this way. Although this one's right next to the stockpile hub, so will it get... If I drill there, before I build anything, let's, See, I want to go in this direction, but I also think it wouldn't be the worst. Let's save that for later. We're not gonna drill all the way over there. This is a really roundabout way to do it, but... Oh, wait. We should probably do there, right? So that way we could... Oh, no, I'm missing the whole point. That needs to be... There we go. Right, so now we can go this way around, which I think is the right thing to do. Confirm that. Okay. Doesn't matter. This is being built, so we won't get the bonus right now anyway. You are good. So now what I can do... I can demolish, zoom in, expand... providing 1 additional building slot. I don't know what I do with building slots. Where did these things come from, too? What is this? What are those? What are those? You got little, like, cars zooming around? Did these just spawn? I don't remember there being... Whatever this is going on. We are not doing good. We need to get this heat going up pronto. Or just let everybody freeze, I guess. It's not the worst thing in the world. They'll live. Yeah, what caused all of this to get down here? So, pause. Districts. Extraction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now... Oh, shoot. It didn't actually matter. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm getting 5 of these, though. So maybe it did. Okay. Whatever. Tension. We have tension. Let's read about tension. Tension is the very middle of the screen. It's portrayed by an orb. Tension shows how agitated and anxious people are. It's cold, hunger, disease, squalor, crime. Factions, depending on their fervor, the more they are radicalized, the more tension they cause. They can cause protests. We can go into uncontrollable chaos. Change it dynamically. So it looks like it's rising, but that's because they're cold. So once we get the heat on, we're going to have all our problems fixed. Everything is going to be fixed as soon as we get the heat on. What's the function of what you're doing? My phone is kind of small, so it's hard to see. So I'll explain everything that I understand about this game. I have no idea what these tunnels are. I have no idea why there's a robot running around the map. I could zoom in on the robot going around the map. I have zero idea what caused these things to spawn. Saving. Shoot. That's bubbling. However, what we're doing is first, to get to anything, even, I guess, to get, like, this is how your workers are getting across the map, I suppose, to even get to these areas. The reason why they're able to do this is because you're frost breaking, which is cracking through the ice in such a way that they can construct on it, and get to the resources underneath. In this case, we built an extraction district to get to where there's coal. So that way we can use the coal that'll automatically power the furnace right there. That tiny little baby boy is going to heat up our whole ding-dang city of New London in Canada. It's very cold in Canada. So right now, this is ticking up. This is ongoing construction. I definitely didn't do this the optimal way because everyone's cold and freezing and the tensions are starting to bubble. Where tension is notable now. These are 3 different factions that are here. The Frostlanders, the Stalwarts. 6 are sick, probably because they're cold. It's fine. We're getting the heat going. You guys be fine. Alright, so the heat is on, which means generator goes. Good work. We've secured 5 coal deposits. It's part of the last vein in New London. There's still some left, but they won't last long. We'll need to improve our mining, but the city's communities are voicing different opinions on how to do it. We need to decide whose ideas are worth pursuing. My ideas are worth pursuing. That's the only right idea. I am the leader. I'm the steward. I was going to say I'm not sworn to carry your burdens, but that's the Thane. No. Oh my god, has it been that long since I played Skyrim? House Carl! House Carl! Those are the House Carls. The sewers don't have to deal with that. The ice walls are so... Yeah, it's just... I think you could go further. It's just this. So you can see it just goes into nothingness. But then we also have these way stations which say it can be a base for our exploration. So I think you can actually go out really quite far. Co-start a new Skyrim playthrough. My mod order has been deteriorated completely. I cannot. Ugh. I want to. I was getting incredibly into it, and then I tried to update certain mods and then accidentally updated Skyrim itself because I was running on an older version of Skyrim. Then it updated to the most recent version. Thank you, Creation Club. That became a whole massive issue, and then suddenly I was like, I can't be bothered to find out what's compatible, what's not compatible. It was just an absolute nightmare. The one mod that I was trying to get working, it all started because I was trying to update Legacy of the Dragonborn, which honestly is like just the best mod I've ever seen. Or one of, I guess I should say. Okay, so we have heat, but we're still at we have 120. Is that because we need to expand? Oh, I need to expand by 3. Guess I'll just go in that direction. So we're going to expand. Hopefully that will cover our deficit once it gets to the one right there. I hope. But we need goods. We need more houses as well. Because housing, we're 18 unfulfilled housing. So, generator on. We don't want to kick on overdrive. And I need to expand in order to... This is sheltered from wind? Right, let's expand this one. We'll do that. I think it still gets the bonus. I don't know. Why does that become gray when I try to expand it? Alright, whatever. I think this still gets the bonus even if it's built up there. I'm not sure. But we just need to get... We have 18 houses we need to fill. We have a surplus of materials, though. Why do we have so many materials?
The steward appreciates all your adoring letters and will answer personally in due time.
I'm too damn busy! I'm not answering Jack! That's done by the housecarl. Did you hear? The steward ordered us to set up a new extraction district in the canyon. Yeah, hell yeah, I did. Now pray a whiteout doesn't collapse at all like it the last time. 769 weeks at current rate of coal. How do I improve... Empty building slot. Emergency shifts. Demolish. No thank you. Why is this working at... Oh, why did it say it was working at 0% before? Oh, because it was undergoing. It was undergoing. Alright, so we have enough heat. We have a heat... No surplus, but we have enough heat now. We still don't have enough houses. So that only gave us... What? We were at 18 before? So I just need to build another housing district somewhere? Or a research institute. Probably a research institute, but this is going to demand 20 heat. Is the music still blaring? I'm gonna lower it just in case. Just a little bit. I don't want to put in... I don't think you'd want to do it with controller, honestly. I think this would be a nightmare to manage all these aspects. But I assume it seems like a modern feature. Music is good. Alright, thank you guys. Discuss and enact laws. I would rather have research over a council, to be honest. But I'm just worried about the heat because... we don't have... We're outputting 130. Because the factory output... But the factory, it says total output 150. Oh, because we're stockpiling it. That's why. It doesn't show up here, I guess. It's just showing up there. It's stockpiling. Okay, so we have an extra... We're getting 150. Right now there's 130, so I can put in... Oh, shoot. Oh, no. People gather around the generator tower as it wakes with thundering shudder and bestows heat. This is the heart of the city, our last line of defense. Our first hope for any future. Steward, there's a couple who say the first child, a daughter, was born at the exact moment the generator sprang to life. That is a cursed baby. That's not good fortune. That is doom. You take that baby and you put it into the furnace. No, don't ever do that. That's horrible. I'm sorry I said that. You gave us hope back. Thanks to you, our child may yet have a future ahead of her. May your life be warm and winds spare your paths. That's a cool phrase. Alright, so I want to put up a research institute. Can I put it in the industrial zone? No? Can only put it there. Alright, put it there. And what is the other building going to require? You... Do you require heat? This specifically says 20 heat. You don't need heat, so I'm just going to put you up as well. Why not? We have 614 weeks of burning this coal. But once we get these up and running, I'm assuming that's how... Again, none of this was taught, so I'm assuming once we get the research Wait. No, 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 no. Council Hall is under construction. Council Hall is under construction. Why? That's not... I swear to God, I put the Research Institute down. No, am I getting two council? What am I gonna do with two council halls? Or is it just gonna cancel one? I don't want to demolish. Is this going to demolish this building under construction? Constructed in 9 days. I thought super thought that I put down. I don't want to cancel this, but it says Council Hall. Is that a bug? Oh, shoot. Well, then Brits. Alright, let's just, Council Hall is under construction. Council Hall is under construction. Is it a fish burger? Do I cancel? Do I demolish this building? I guess. Greatly increased by notable disease, notable cold. Is the cold notable? It is notable. Well, I have a council hall that I just tried to demolish and it didn't work. So I'm going to have two council halls, one for the people and one for the center of town. It's important. This way everybody understands that they're under my law. We're going to put up flags everywhere. It's going to say make New London. I was going to say great again. Let's not venture into that territory. Anticipation fills the air as the council opens. The captain ruled with a firm hand for years, but those times died with him. Just like my channel. Now, we need to make sure they all know. We're going to put up the propaganda machine for the steward. Look at them cheering for me. Look at them. They want me. They love me. The stalwarts maintain order on behalf of the captain and adhere to what they claim was his vision, progress, merit, and reason. The New Londoners and Frostlanders clash over survival strategy, though neither has a firm stance on economic or social issues. There are those who view the stalwarts with contempt for their role in New London's history, but they keep to the shadows. For now, god damn it. Based on your handling of the coal crisis, the first decision is whether you should maintain your role as steward. What do you mean? I got everybody heated. Nobody died. A few people got sick, but like I was handed a destitute society. When you return, you will... Oh, dear Lord. For now, a special vote. Communities have to accept you as their leader. Be careful. If you fail, this will be the end of your rule. Wonderful. If we fail, it's because we didn't put enough flags and propaganda out. Stalwarts, Frostlanders, people are divided. I am accepted. Should Stalwart remain in power? If this vote fails, the delegates will immediately remove you. Negotiate with delegates to try to influence, or just vote. Let's look at the tutorial for negotiations. I remember the first time I managed to complete the first game. I can imagine that this game just drives the difficulty up to here. We're on the easy difficulty because that's what it said to do. But I understand why, because honestly, I genuinely feel if I was on any higher difficulty, I just would be floundering completely. Not all laws you propose will have widespread support. You can negotiate to have a better chance of a vote passing. After choosing a group to negotiate with, you can decide what to promise them in exchange for voting along with your proposal. That includes actions such as enacting a law they desire, building or destroying a building, or using an action towards a particular community or faction. That's what they did say in the beginning. They said it's meant to be brutal. Making a promise in negotiations will make all hesitant delegates in the chosen community vote for the proposed law. Additionally, some delegates who are against the law will also switch sides. Same logic applies if you want them to vote against the law. Factions are more monolithic and will not engage in negotiation about laws that are against their worldview. Okay, this is not stressful at all. So let's try to negotiate. Let's just see what this is like. 74 are hesitant, 4 are against me, 22 like me. So we need to get some of the hesitant guys. All of them are open to negotiate. The New Londoners, the Stalwarts, and the Frostlanders. The Stalwarts like me, so I don't need to negotiate with them at all. The New Londoners and the Frostlanders do not like me. Who makes up? They make up 45% of the city. They're 43%. So if we're doing it statistically speaking, going for where there's more delegates makes the most sense. However, I like a good underdog story, and these guys might be able to easier to persuade. I don't know if the logic of the game extends that far, but because they're smaller, ideally their needs will be less, even though it's by 2 people, or 2%. But I'm gonna see what they... Yeah, kick me out of office! I don't want to be the steward anymore, please, guys. Okay, so can I go back? So I don't need... I could check out what they want first. Okay, good to know. So if I want them to vote for... Enact expedition support. Everyone must aid expeditions by helping them prepare. Time... This is a step towards adaptation. I have no idea what that means. Use a community action. Condemn the Stalwarts. I'm not doing that. Building survivalist headquarters. Base operation where staff officers subject hand-picked scouts to intensive drilling and oversee expeditions. Exploration time is decreased. Territory threat level is decreased. We need 400 of our workers. What are you telling me? You're telling me what I already read. Okay, I'm assuming the New Londoners are going to want pretty much the same thing. No, they don't. Okay. Everyone... City development effort. Everyone must support the production of prefabs to help the expansion of the city. This is a step towards progress. Blasting coal mine. Operation using explosive drilling to rapidly exploit coal, generating noxious fumes. I am not doing that. Not this early. Structure that uses high-powered mechanical fans to disperse foul air outside the city. Building ventilation. Heat demand. Increases the rapid filtration district ability, which decreases squalor, but will result in injuries. 300 workforce requirement. Honestly, researching ventilation doesn't sound like a bad thing. Neither does this. A step towards progress. I don't know what a step towards progress means. I don't know what any of this means. I'm really just guessing. This is a step towards adaptation. I like the idea of adaptation. Exploration. I don't think I need to worry about exploration yet. That might be a better long-term thing. But it also requires 400 workers. So here's... If I had to expand with workers, now would probably be the time to do it because my functionality is generally limited. So if I have to spend a huge chunk of workers, this might be the ideal time to send them out. I don't want to do that one. Squalor is increased. This would be good for emergencies. If squalor starts rapidly increasing, then I would theoretically be able to just turn on the rapid filtration. Yeah, it'll result in injuries. But so this has a con. This one has no con. Production of prefabs. I don't want everyone in the city to do that, though. Everyone must aid expeditions. I don't want everybody to do that either. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going with my logic of, right now I know I have the workers to spare. So, I think this is the best. Oh, it tells me the effect. Okay, so this will instantly win the vote. So, let's go with this. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I could negotiate again. I don't think I need to because I already have... Although, if they sway towards... No, because they'll only get 47 votes. So, Vote. Go ahead. Do it. Try. Try me. 55 out of 51. Overwhelmingly positive. 78-4. They love me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah. Mwah. You're humble and ever non-egotistical steward.
The delegates have reached a decision.
The delegates have reached a decision. Roy Swain, stalwart. I'm not following anyone down this path. I refuse. Survivalist headquarters? Who would ever agree to that? Oh. They didn't like that. You'll get over it. We need a survivalist headquarters. They're just aiding with exploration. What's the big deal? Oh, because they're traditionalists. They're probably like, no, we gotta hunker down. They don't want to... Yeah, okay. A small crowd gathers outside the New Research Institute arguing about how to exploit the last coal veins. The stalwarts and New Londoners want us to lean on machine-powered mining, but the Frostlanders would have us pursue a more frugal solution. They would never display such discord under the captain's rule. You have to choose. The communities of New London have different perspectives. Decide later. Show me. Let's go. Idea tree. Let's see what we got. There's a lot to manage here. There's so much to manage. I almost wish that the game would have just dealt like prologue would have bled into some voting as well. Like, I think it would have been a really good, because this is chapter 1, so you're in the game now. Obviously, they're still teaching you things, so I'm sure it's taking it very easy on you. But I think it would have been nice in the tutorial if they said, okay, you've secured coal, you've gotten heat, we're doing good, we have food, we survived the whiteout, now we have to think about expanding, and that would have been a good opportunity to introduce a lot of these mechanics. But there you go. Alright, I'm gonna just go run and take a quick little bathroom break, and then I will be right back. Stick this sucker back on. Hey, Assassin, taking a break from editing your new video. I still have to check out your other one, but I'm excited. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're really getting into the editing. And whenever you edit a video, always try to just do one new thing. Like, add one new thing that you haven't done before, where you're kind of learning a new editing skill or trick, whether it's putting in a different type of transition or just playing around with keyframes. I don't know what editing software you use, but there you go. Like, just keep that in mind. You know, just always try to push, because that's how you learn. That's the only way you're going to learn, is by doing things that are frustrating, and by doing things you don't know how to do. But play around with it, and you'll get good really, really quickly. Because I had no idea how to use Premiere ever. I never used it before. CapCut. I'm doing transition next. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, like I never knew how to do Premiere, and then you just sort of throw yourself into it, and then you just keep poking around. And eventually you're like, hey, I kind of feel like I know how to do everything I'm doing. But you know you haven't, you're never going to maximize the potential of what you can do. Or just ask Jonas for help. Hi! Holly, welcome back. I'm finally just gone! Yeah, I took just a little break. I'm back. It's okay. I'm just killing my entire population. So you're not missing much. I'm letting everybody die. We sent a bunch of elders to their death. So there you go. Hardest part is thumbnails. Thumbnails are really, really hard. Just to get something that will work for what the algorithm can do, or what you're trying to get out of the algorithm. I would just say, look at every thumbnail you can. Even just spend time browsing around and see what they're doing. Look at the colors, look at the sizing, look at the spacing. Something I don't do myself that I probably should. I should have got stuck into my format of thumbnails, and I just left it there. It's like, yeah, it's good enough, it works fine. But obviously they can be a lot better. So yeah, just play around with it. Yeah, that's exactly what they said. The old people are like, we're not working. We're just gonna walk off into the frost. We're gonna let the snow take us. Honestly, it was very poetic, very spiritual, and I think they're welcomed by whoever their gods might be. They probably welcome them with open arms and aren't just totally corpses lying out in the snow somewhere that will never be found because it was buried under mountains and mountains of ice almost instantaneously when the whiteout came. And it definitely wasn't horrible and painful because frostbite is not a comfortable condition at all. Alright, we need new ideas moving forward, so we have to grow how to manage coal. There's a lot to manage already, and my brain is starting to burst a little bit. Not 100%, just a little bit. The different communities may propose diverging answers to the same issue. They will only pursue solutions that align with their worldview. Choosing a community to develop an idea will improve your relation. I see. I like how all the things are like, I see, I get it, let's go. We understand. Progress. We will build machines to carve our place in the ice. Alright. Alright, so we have housing insulation. And then each of the factions have an idea on that. I need to focus on the coal mines. Because we need to make sure that we can preserve the coal mines as long as possible. The stalwarts like us. How can we mine more coal? Blasting coal mine. Construction and extraction districts. Use explosive drilling to rapidly exploit, generating noxious fumes. Hit the we're so effing back button. It is what it is. It is what it is. We're so back. Mom would be... I think right now, Mom would be sad. Based on the condition of New London in Canada. We've determined this game takes place in Canada, by the way. It's the only logical answer. Alright, so they both like the idea of spewing noxious fumes out into the city. Or just everywhere. That checks. Mining operation where residual coal dust is sucked up and compressed into baguettes to make maximum use of the resource. Disease is slightly increased from dust. Requires materials. But this is a much better idea. Squalor is increased. Disease is slightly increased. But so this is like genuinely, why do we need to debate this? Disease is slightly increased, which slightly increased. This says squalor is increased, which also increases disease. So not only is this going to make disease worse, it also makes all these other things worse. it seems like the decision is pretty simple. But these two guys are morons. Disease what it is. Disease what it is. So genuinely, these two groups are stupid, and the Frostlanders are the only ones who have good ideas. And this requires less materials, although a larger workforce. So these guys, but the Frostlanders are insane. The Frostlanders are like, we can't build our way out of this. We will build machines to carve our place. We will improve ourselves with technology. We will rip resources from the frozen earth. We will bend nature to our will. And these guys believe in progress and reason. These guys believe in adaptation. In this type of situation, if I were stuck in a freezing nightmare such as this, I'm going to be honest, I would go with adaptation. Probably 9 out of 10 times. You have to adapt to survive, and then once you've adapted, then you can start going back to the technology. But this takes place in a world where they haven't adapted yet. Not fully. That's what always allows progress. That's what allows a renaissance. Because things have gotten good enough where they have free time to allow that external thinking. That they have time for that higher thought to engage in leisurely activities. That's genuinely how Renaissance ideas come to fruition. But you're not getting there by... I mean, the logic is you hammer your way to the Renaissance, or you know, kind of slowly get your way there, I guess. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Exactly. There you go. Yeah, Assassin, take care. Good luck on your video. I'm looking forward to it. This will piss these two groups off, but honestly, this is the only one that makes sense to me. Other than getting these guys to get along, I don't see why I wouldn't do this. So, let's do that. We're going with the Frostlanders. We'll get them to like us. Now, I also had... There was another... So can I only do one of these at a time then? Okay, so they all agree. Researching this idea will provide a passive bonus. Okay, so we're gonna maximize the efficiency of the coal. I guess I can only do one of these at a time under research 3%. So there you go. Unless I build another one. If I build a second one, which I cannot do. Not yet, at least. But if I built a second one, then I think I'd be able to have 2 research going on at the same time. Research an idea for new coal mines. We're working on that. Construct newly researched building in the extraction district. Well, it's being researched, so I can't do that yet. So what I should do in the meantime, then, we're running out of heat stamps. I get 14 per week. Unmet demand for goods. I don't know how to get goods. What I need right now is more housing. So let us... 1, 2... 3. Let us build more housing. Hopefully that'll take this down. I don't know how much 3 spots will go. Is it only going to be 3 houses? Because that would be absolutely ridiculous. But I guess I should also... I'm running out of heat stamps. At least tensions are low. Can I do anything? Mobilize enforcers. Fun project. Make promise. Oh! Let Stalwarts choose the next law to be voted on. Okay. So we can get them more in favor with us. We have new opportunities here. Raise funds. We're not going to demoralize them. Your relation with New Londoners will improve if you promise to enact one of their suggestions. Start quest to research machine-centric shifts. You will have 40 weeks to research. Alright, I can't do any of these. Nothing's feasible at the moment. Do you guys want pretty much the same thing? Promote. Publicly announce your support. Faction fervor is decreased. Greatly improves... That sounds... That's, is there a bad thing for that? Is there a reason why I wouldn't want to promote them? Faction fervor is decreased. We like low faction fervor, I think. Let's let you guys choose. We'll let them choose the next thing to be voted on. I guess. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that was the worst idea I could have possibly had. This is being built. That's being researched. I don't have enough food stamps. I need more housing to get food stamps, if I remember correctly. Food stamps. Research survivalist headquarters. Shoot. How? Oh, God. That was just for heat. Oh, my God. Shoot. This is not going up. I have... one... Oh, I already messed up. Time left 1 week. Time left 37 weeks. Okay, 37 weeks. I don't know why it went to 1. That was not nice at all. I don't know. This has 9 weeks left. Okay, so in 37, I should be able to do both, I think. If this is 9 weeks. I hope they don't propose something stupid. I hope I do. If you ever feel like you're on the up and up, you have the wrong expectation of FrostPunk. I feel like I'm on the up and up right now, but not anymore after you said that. I thought I was doing okay. So now we went from 13 to 8. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So three spots gives you 5 housing. And I still need more housing. So can I build a new district somewhere, or should I just keep expanding this one? Is there a reason why I wouldn't want to keep expanding one? I mean, just keep going. I need to get this down as much as possible. Unmet demand for goods. Oh, no. The heat stamps were based on population. That's right. That was based on population, not housing districts. Okay. Why does this have a big ol' exclamation mark? What am I missing here? Is that because this is under research? This also has an exclamation mark. Oh, I could build another one! Okay, nice! Should I do that? The question is, should I? Apparently I just did. So, we're down to 16 heat stamps, so we have to make it work with what we got. I think I just messed up. I think I just butchered that by putting down a second one so soon. But I can research double the things, I suppose. That's useful, right? Just really
Beware of frostbite. Keep your face and ears covered.
What if I want to keep my toes covered? Only my toes. What if I want to play in the snow? Like a nice ice bath. They're really good for you, apparently. The music's so good. Oh my god. This goes out far too. Can you explore all of this? We're just this little tiny city. Now I'm curious what happened. I mean, I know what happened in the first game. It kind of said. So we're stockpiling 20 per day. 20 coal, which is useful. These still have... Do I need to worry about this? Like, how much is left in here? How do I know how much is left in these districts? Oh, coal remaining. 490,000 coal. We're fine. Oh, what do you have to say? I like this, too. This is a cool mechanic. It's good to have you back. It's good to have you back, old chap. It was a terrible fright to have you switched off. You're more than just a heat source, you know. To us, you're a symbol of what should be. Unbending, unyielding fortitude. May we all stand so bold against the frost. The generator is revered by the stalwarts. It's not a god. It's a furnace. You built it. Calm down. I have... Oh, I got food stamps. I'm just going to keep calling them food stamps. So I'm going to expand this district now because I need 50 to do so. I'm going to go... Whoa. Whoa. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Check. And we have plenty of heat as well. We're losing 20... Spending... Oh, we're spending 20 per day. Oh, we're going through our stockpile now. Shoot. Where's another coal deposit? These are coal deposits. Oh. I messed up. Yes, I did. I messed up. So I need to expand this district now. I need another source of coal. Or another district. I think just another source of coal. So let's, Oh, I can't expand you. Zoom in, demolish, deactivate. An infectious badge will be held in 2 weeks. I have no idea what that means. We are almost good with housing, though. This is being built, then we'll be good with housing, which is nice. So let us... I can't expand this district. I guess I reached the absolute maximum. But I have 2 deposits right here, so we're going to set down... I can't because I used all of my food stamps. I want just one person. New building proposed. Dust coal mine. Yeah, you guys want... I don't know how to do that, though, so... Okay, advanced coal mines. Can't do that. We need scout headquarters to fulfill this promise. No one else shares this idea. So why would I ever go with these because they just agree with one another and I don't want to piss them off. Because this says exploration time is decreased, territory threat, this is slightly. So I'm just going to go with the one where it's regularly decreased. You guys can get pissed at the Frostlanders, but they're the ones that are being blasphemy. The machine god is beyond mortal understanding. We cannot conceive the power of the furnace, and those who disobey, those who do not worship the heat will be subject to the cold. We'll abandon you in the frost. Who gives a crap? I'll put you in the frost. I'll throw you in the snow. Look, doesn't it look fun to play in? Look up right here. Looks delightful. You get the nice wind, snowflakes. It's beautiful. It's edible. Alright, we have 27 weeks for that. We are researching this. This will be done in 6 weeks. I only have 28 heat stamps, and I need so many more. Oh, I need so many more. And I get them too slowly. 14 per week is not enough. I know I can sort of, what is it, raise funds. I have zero knowledge of Warhammer lore. I know that there's giant guys and robots that are marching around doing really cool badass stuff. That's my knowledge of Warhammer. So they support me. I'm gonna 6 leave, relations fall. Oh.
Do not be alarmed by any unusual noises coming from the generator. Routine maintenance work is underway.
Do not be alarmed by our metal furnace god. We are merely consuming him to fuel our own ambitions and summon the devil so that he can once again warm the world. Don't I already have a research? Oh, these cities are big enough to put. I thought I put one in here. It does. Wait, so what's the point of having... Oh, faster speed. I understand. Okay. So having 2 doesn't let you research 2 things at once, but it does let it go faster. I have a housing surplus now. That's nice. Still no goods. Materials surplus. Oh, but my stockpile's almost full. I need a materials stockpile. Okay. Alright. Well, first I need more heat. I know you said we can't get up ahead. Heating hub. Produces proximity heat demand in neighboring districts is decreased. Do you have a heat demand? Can I see? Can I see? Total demand 20 heat. You do have a heat demand. So I can put down, instead of building another thing, I can put down a heating hub. I'm going to warm... You guys are going to be so dang snug. I could split it like that. Oh, wait, we need all 3 though, don't we? So that might be why you want to expand the district. Okay, so you can probably get so technical with this. If you bring out this district so that a lot of it's over here surrounding, then I would be able to put this right there, maybe, about, and then this district would overlap. I'm not going to do that because I didn't think that far ahead. This only costs 25 materials as well. Oh no, the demand is 25 materials, which is fine because our materials are going way over. So let's stick that down. We're going to heat up this district. Hopefully that will reduce this and we'll have a surplus. The only thing missing is goods. The headquarters is almost done, so we're going to fulfill our promise. We got a vote coming up. Although we made some of these stalwarts leave. Decreased by raise funds, significantly increased by grant agenda, extremely increased by loyalty to the captain's legacy. And I just spit on them by demanding they pay me some stuff. But it's for them. I did it for them. Oh, I'm not playing. Whoops. I think everyone has heat demand. I know that Mars is home to cyborgs that tinker with machines, makes all the weapons, but they don't have proper understanding of technology, so they worship what remains. Honestly, there's some really cool series online that are Warhammer 40k lore, but you can find it like, or Warhammer lore, I don't know, maybe they do it in 40k, but you can see where it's like, it's an AI, but it's narrated by like David Attenborough, who does all the nature documentaries. It's really, really fun. Heat scarcity. We have 100. Alright, so we're getting stamps, which is good. Our population is growing by 40%. What I do think I need to do is, oh shoot, we're spending 74 food per day. Oh no. Okay, now we're starting to lose it a bit. So we can go up here. We can build a district up here, because we need both food and we're spending too many resources, so we need these definitively. So let's start with, what are we losing the most of? We're losing the most food per day, and we have a massive stockpile of materials. So let's go with food. So I know I've said this before, but I'm assuming this is the game. It's like, oh, I expanded too much this way, I need to correct and go this way, and then, oh shoot, now this is going on because I did too much over here. So I'm assuming that is the game that you're playing, really, is trying to find all of this. I don't think I need a stockpile. Plus 50,000 stockpile capacity. Proximity workforce demand decreased. I should probably put that down like right there. Let's first do a, what is this? Send charting expedition and transports resources between city and colonies. Now we're gonna do a food district. Oh, there's 6 now, right? So we probably want to... How much is this going to cost? 30 heat stamps. Okay, we could afford 30. So let's go... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that. Maybe... We'll frost break there, and while we frost break, we can put a food stockpile hub. This only has a range of 3, but I think you only need 3 buildings within it, right? So if we stick it there, it should be good, because we have 3 right around it. Voting on infectious badge in 2 weeks. Yeah, I let them choose the next vote. I don't know if that was a good decision or not. I'm down to 15 stamps, which means I can't get the food I need. Trust with the Frostlanders rises. They're still neutral to me, though. This is helping 6 are registered as sick. You guys are fine. Don't whine. Stop whining. Extraction, dust coal mine, logistics. Survivalist headquarters. I only needed to research it. Construct a newly researched building. I can't afford it. Colder season. Heat demand. Oh, this was the wrong time for that.
Attention, citizens. A new law is in effect.
Oh, shoot. That didn't decide the topic to vote on. That let them make the decision. Oh. Yeah, you could link me. That'd be really interested. I like that kind of stuff. Okay, so that was really horrible timing because now we don't have enough heat anymore. And I don't have enough stamps because I've been spending too much. And I'm decreasing in food. I need to get the food under control. Just as much as the heat, honestly. So, now that this is done, I have 43. Can I do a food district? One, two, three, four, five, six. Shh. Okay, but then I'll just be able to expand one, yeah? Like, just literally expand right to that, which is good. Okay, let's work on getting food. And then I don't know how I'm supposed to get the heat under control, considering I have almost all of the coal mines running. Well, I guess that's where the research comes in, doesn't it? The idea tree. But I don't have enough heat stamps to do any of this, either. So, like, advanced coal mines. They just want to blow everything up, too. I think that's hysterical. But these guys are actually doing things that make sense. Although, 360 coal output versus 300. So you get an extra 60 coal with a lower construction cost. Decisions. But we can't do anything because we don't have population growing fast enough. And if we don't have the population growing, we can't get enough heat stamps. Hello. Cindy's pa went and got her governess like she's gonna be a duchess or something. Not on our watch. We roughed up the little all right. Ferguson's boys learned this too. If they try and wife us again tonight, we'll pull razors and say we'll cut out their eyes. It'll be good fun. The lack of law regulating childhood is causing tension. Can I Council in recess. New law available. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. They seek to pass community service, city development effort. This is their manifest. Community service, basic necessities, childhood, mandatory school. Alright, I need to get kids in school, but I need heat. I think kids in school was part of the... Wasn't that part of... Youth? Liberated youth. Young adults are encouraged to experiment. For some reason, I can only do that. No one else shares this idea, but I can't... No one else has ideas besides the stalwarts. So I need to get them in schools. I also need a hospital. But I think that comes later once I get all of my heat. Because is that all the heat resources available? This is all scrap. Shallow iron vein. So yeah, this is literally all of the heat that I can get is from this little reserve. And I've already got most of it. What I need to do is build the... What does this do? Output 150 coal, disease up. So I should do this next because it'll give me more coal, which will give me better heat. I think. They learn in the mines. Yeah, we'll just give them all. We'll give them all dust lung and all other sorts of diseases, and they'll be right as rain. When they'll be able to pass that knowledge, see, hard workers are built by hard times. And honestly, we've been getting it too easy. We have. Minus 22 Fahrenheit, that's nothing. These people's grandfather, like, these people, some of them, we just watch grandmas run out into the freezing cold to die for their kids. That is the result of having kids working really hard and having those hard times. The kids these days, they wouldn't be willing to make that sacrifice. They'd go, oh no, the steward isn't doing his job. We need everything to be handed to us like little babies. Okay, so we have food. We're still spending 24 per day, and I don't like that. And that also raised our heat requirements a lot. I don't know what I'm doing. And I think these specialty buildings that reduce heat, where was that?
To make sure your contagion badge is visible at all times.
Can I not even do that? Oh, heating hub. Reduce heat. But I need 80 heat stamps. I could throw that in a bunch of places, probably. But it just makes the most sense for me to build. The dust coal mine? This needs 20 materials, which we're losing. Will last for 53 weeks. Will last for 70 weeks. And we're going to need new houses soon because this is 54% of the way, but that I'm not too worried about. That I have time to manage. And that's 3 surplus, which is not enough, I'm sure, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Will last 53 weeks. We need more materials, but we need heat. Needs are extremely increased by heat scarcity. Yeah, that's right. So the question is, 150 coal, is that better than putting... I don't know the answer to this. Is that better than putting in a new mine to get these coal sources? Because as far as I know, I can't expand this anymore. This is already expanded, which I didn't realize I needed to be really cautious of how I was expanding. Not that I think I could have maximized this any better than I did, getting all 4 of them in one go. But is putting down a new one to get 2 better than putting down a single dust coal mine? I live and learn, I guess, right? So we'll see. We're at 155 now. I can't really do anything because I don't have enough food stamps. Devil May Cry, that is going... People, I am both excited and really, really nervous about all of the video game adaptations, if I'm being completely honest. Ooh, this is bubbling up. Because of the cold. Oh, and the other guys didn't like the infectious badge. I let them vote on something. I didn't know that that meant they would just make the decision. I thought that meant they chose the issue to vote on. And I was wrong on that. But I get nervous about all these shows coming out just because I don't want it to become... A lack of common rules among our people can lead to trouble, but as council debates the future of our city, all are concerned about the day our last coal. We must explore the Frostland for more sources of fuel. We must find more fuel. Access to the Frostland. New tutorial. Let's see what we got here. We need to go beyond. Logistics districts can give access to the Frostland. Keep in mind they can only be constructed in place of an old way station. By exploring and exploiting, you can provide your people with nearly everything they need. You can switch between the Frostland view and the city view in the top right corner. In the top right, where? So we need to put a something. Where were those stations? Here is one of them. But that means we need to excavate. We wouldn't excavate there. We'd already got like 95% of the way in this direction. So we definitely go to this one. But what building do we have to put there? Logistics? Yes. Logistics. Which we can't afford. Yeah, something like Devil May Cry. If you mess that up, then you really, really... Oh my god, that actually helped a ton. So if I just put down one more heat minimizer, we'll be good to go. Are you guys freaking out? Slightly increased by notable cold. Diminishing. So I'm actually not going to... I probably should get ahead in one area. This says 68 weeks. This is 42 weeks. So the next stop is definitively... This is prefabs. I need to get all the way out here. Or I could go... Oh, wait. I could go this way to get to resources. What would be faster? This was... I mean, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8. And then I'd get a lot in one go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it'd be 8, but then I need to frost all of this. This would be a lot in one go, but it would take... No, this would be more in one go, but it would take longer to get there. However, I'm also going past the abandoned ruins anyway, so if I can frost break, let's frost break. Oh. Oh, I already have access to it because the edge of my city. I'm an idiot. Okay. I already have access to those 3, so let's just capitalize on all of that. Although I'm going to want to... Alright, hold on, Jiminy Cricket. We'll expand that way, but if I buy this one now, then what I'll be able to do is put in a heater there as well. Yeah, you can't really mess up Devil May Cry. Not like the way they messed up the... Well, Witcher also was an anime, which is iconic because the Witcher anime was actually really, really good. If you haven't seen... what is it? Something of the Wolf? It is really, really good. Propose a law. Rule. Guided voting. The steward may declare a motion vitally important to the city's survival, curtailing debate and convincing many delegates to support it. The steward may deploy squads of well-trained to put down disruptions and keep the peace. Okay. Why does this go to a different screen? Alright, I don't know. No rules define who is responsible for the care and education. Some are well cared for while others are neglected. As a result, misbehavior and violence is on the rise. Heat stamps income per capita is decreased. Research speed slightly increased. I need more heat stamps. Disease is slightly decreased. Trust loss from deaths is decreased. Heat demand is decreased. Heat stamps per capita is slightly increased. Oh wait, those are alternative laws. Basic necessities. Free essentials. Trust rises. Paid essentials. Heat stamps per capita is slightly increased. Okay. Contagion protection. Infectious badge. So this is what they put into effect. These stalwarts. I let them, not intentionally. Food additives. Citizens will provide some food. Disease is marginally increased. Goods demand per capita. I I don't... Okay, so those are the things that people can vote on. So right now I want the thing that gives us more heat stamps. Free essentials, trust rises. But this gives us paid essentials. People are divided. 31, 69 hesitant. Nobody's against it, which is not bad. Some people are against this. Free essentials paid. So, okay, so gotcha. I understand. Communism or capitalism is the decision. Do we want to be communist or do we want to be capitalist? That's wonderful. This is supported by the stalwarts. What resources? That's a good question. What resources do they have to pay with? Probably... I don't... you know what? We'll leave it at a good night out. The kids are running free. There's no rules for them. They're doing wild. We don't really have any set of laws that are set up. You could see our complete lack of laws in every single possible area. It's fine. Like, they get paid. However, there's ways. They'll find out how. They'll make it work. Yeah, I need the thing that gives us... That's food additives. Where was that? That was city, basic necessities, paid essentials. I would like to propose paid essentials. Now we have 31. I also want to negotiate. Stalwarts want this, so I don't have a problem with them. You already live under your dictatorship, relying on your rule to get anything at all. There's no economy, only the world of the dear leader. Well, there's only the world of the furnace, actually, I would say. We want to vote for this. Everyone must aid expeditions. Let them decide the next thing. That can really go the wrong way. Research and hold vote. I can't afford to research something new. What do the New Londoners want? Research. Enact. In order to become over, we will organize our production lines. This is a step towards progress. Law. Mass-produced goods. We need to enact mass-produced goods. I can't go back to see what mass-produced goods is anymore, can I? No, I cannot. Wonderful. I don't know what mass-produced goods are. Or you guys get to choose the next vote. I don't know if I want mass-produced goods. Do I just take the chance? Oh wait, I could change proposal. Okay, no, I can see what it is. Good. Mass-produced versus durable. This is... Okay, so... Actually, most people want mass-produced goods. Oh, because both the factions want it. In order to make the best use of scarce resources, we'll focus on producing sturdy and easily repairable. In order to come scarcity, we'll organize our production to increase goods. Goods demand per capita. A percentage change to goods output from districts and buildings. Honestly, again, the Frostlanders are the ones to go with, if I'm being honest. They seem to... This is my line of thinking. Like, make it durable. Don't make it quick. So I don't want mass-produced goods, so I'm not offering them that, then. You guys want mass-produced goods. What do you guys want? Grant agenda. research. I can't afford the research because I need the stamps. I would 100%, yeah, 100%, 100% of the time I would go with make the goods last longer and easy to repair. That I would never, even just personally. You know, especially in this type of situation. We're talking, like, we live in a luxury world where we have access to a lot of things. So you could be like, oh, well, you know, I have disposable income, I'll just buy another. But, and that's how things are made these days too, a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. But 1000%, make them better. Just buy it once. Buy it right, or buy it twice. Significantly improve relation with the Frostlanders. I'm going to go with this. I'll let them vote, or I can just risk it. I am curious, but I really want the paid goods because I need the heat stamps. Can I say, can I just, because I want to, so what I'm going to save. Create new save. Serving, but barely. So the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm curious, and I'm sure it's different every time. I'm sure it's randomized, but I just want to get an idea of how it actually works when you just decide I'm not going to try to persuade anybody. But so I'm going to go back, because what I would do on my own before I even look at it, what I would do on my own is I would persuade people to make sure. Okay, so it wasn't that close. Alright, so I'm going to reload, because what I would normally do, I would want this super to pass. So just for the sake of... I just wanted to know if it was just going to really heavily be like, oh, you didn't do it, so therefore the game kind of screws you. So now we're immediately just going to go in, city, this, paid, and I'm going to negotiate, because that's what I would have done. I'm going to give the Frostlanders to vote for Pathfinder Scouts. I kind of want to do this one because it'll improve the relationship with them. That didn't... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, that didn't make much of a difference. No, it made a huge difference. Okay. Use grant agenda on Frostlanders.
Attention, citizens.
Isn't that... No, that is what... Okay, you guys can vote on the next thing. Trust rises. So they super like me. They super like me. They're kind of neutral. But they're supporting. Relations devoted. Relations supporting. Relations neutral. But that's good. I really, really enjoy this game. So you guys are frost breaking because that will allow me to get what? Scrap. Heat is good. Somehow. I don't know why that equalized. I wanted to put a furnace down there. And now we're getting... What were we at before? 7 or 14? Weren't we at 14 per week? Did we go up 1 per week? We did. It says right there. Paid essentials, 1.6. We went up less than 1 per week. Or just less than 2 per week, excuse me. Wow, this is worthless. Alright, finish frost breaking there. Okay, that's done. We have 48 food stamps. I want to put a furnace over here because this is going to give us materials. But we have 40 weeks while we're working out the surplus of materials. What this can do is give us a surplus of... Oh, we're already stockpiling, actually. We could stockpile even harder, though. And I think that's a good idea. Is to just build that sucker up. So let's do... Survivalist headquarters. Oh, that has to be all the way up there. What is it under? Can I... Oh, heating hub. I need 80 stamps. Okay. So, can I do anything then? I can put up the extraction district then. So the question then is it worth it to wait to get the heat better, or is it worth it to just start building something instead of waiting around doing nothing? And I think it would probably be smarter to do something, which in this case is just let it build. Because in those coming weeks, like, we'll see. We had whatever we had, but this might be several weeks. We have 262 weeks left, the rate we're burning fuel. Yeah, we're kind of killing ourselves. We need to make that more efficient. We're not researching anything because I don't have the stamps. Right. So this will hopefully fix that problem. I'm going to have to leave food on hold for the time being. We're also 58% of the way to more population. This is going to increase our heat needs, though, so this surplus is immediately going to go away. Oh my god, there's no winning. Something is always going to be going down. But hopefully by the time this is done, we'll be at or very close to being able to put up the heater. And I'll put the heater up right there. This already has a heat bonus. And then once we get that, then I'm going to be fully investing on the idea tree, which probably would have been smarter to do that earlier to maximize our efficiencies. Okay, let's go. Oh, I was paused that whole time. Whoops. Yeah, we can't. This isn't good. And it's because we're building so many buildings that we're just consuming the fuel so quickly. Yeah, see, this is going down -5. Our stockpile is drained. And we need 80. 80, and then we could put down the hub. That's for 21 weeks, actually, so that's not bad. That's 869 weeks. Somehow we're going through an insane amount of goods. Materials. Oh. No common rules for children. 5 are dead, and dozens lay wounded after 2 large youth gangs met for what they called a rumble. See, I would have done the child thing if I knew that I'd get only 2 stamps per week. Most of the children were armed with knives. The fighting escalated. As parents of the deceased mourn, many insist these children should not have been left unattended. Indeed, many backstreet alleys seem to be overtaken by uncared youth. Some areas are beginning to be dangerous. Crime has slightly increased. Family apprenticeship or mandatory school. Family apprenticeship! Stick them in the mines! I pledge. Can we vote? 6 days. 5 children died at the rumble. Honestly, that's not good because they would have been hardworking people. I'm sure. Well, they might not have been because they're gangs. We have 3 days. 3 days, and then we'll be able to vote. We'll put the law in action. Pass any law in the childhood category. Stick them in the mines! Stick them in the mines! Stick them in the mines! This is what happens. You were completely right. You were oh no! Oh, I let the Frostlanders decide! If I take this away, aren't they gonna be pissed? Wait, how much time do I have for this? 28 weeks. Oh, they're gonna get pissed. I forgot I let them decide what to vote on. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well. I think there'll be enough time. Voting in 10 weeks, 0 days. Oh, the delegates' next session is in 10 weeks. And we have 30, so we should be fine. A small step towards adaptation. Everyone must aid by helping them prepare. Community service. Some of the Frostlanders don't want this. Against their worldview, the stalwarts. All of them are against open to negotiate. They really want to blow up the coal mines. They want mechanized scouts. I have other things. I can't promise that I'm going to hold a vote on mechanized scouts. So we have to let this vote just go. Because I can't promise him anything.
The noes have it.
Ooh. Okay, but at least 10 weeks. I lived up to my promise. I let them host the next vote. So I did nothing wrong there. I have 143 stamps, which is good because that will let me put in my heat. I was going to do it up here. Honestly, here just makes a lot more sense, though. Because why? Why does it make more sense to do it there? Would it make more sense to do it here? Well, I can't afford to excavate, whoa. This is all the same resource. I feel like if you combine, like this is housing, and if I expanded the housing, then I could have it overlap. I could put a district down here, and I could put this down here, and that, well, I could just always put down another heating hub, which I'll probably want to do eventually anyway. So let's make sure this one's good. 80 stamps. I really love this game. I really, really love this game. I'm already addicted. This is like civilization addiction. In a different way. Okay. So that's being built. We're going through 5 coal. That'll last for 17 weeks. It's fine. We're burning through way too much. 252 weeks. However, the next step is... What is the next step? That'll last 77 weeks. We're fine with this. Alright. Steward, now that we're charging for essentials, some unemployed families are unable to afford basic necessities. Work goes to the worthiest. If these people were passed up, it's their own damn fault. They should put in the work instead of expecting the city to solve their problems, came one delegate. Others are more measured, say they can provide them with weekly allowance. If we can't offer them more work. Paid essentials provide less heat stamp. I mean, it's 2. I'm getting 2. So do we start welfare, or do we just let capitalism run rampant? We'll find them work to do. There's plenty of work. I have tons of work. Go help build over here. We'll give you some basic stuff, because it was allowances for needy granted. Yeah, it went from 1.6 to 0.6. Ah, I'm losing 1 per week. And I'm sure that's going to scale greatly, probably with the population. But honestly, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it really is going to make that much of a difference. I have 28 weeks for this. There's 9 more weeks for that. That's being built. I'm just deciding if the next priority is... I can't keep... Praise the steward. We can get Billy new shoes. Your desk doesn't blow it on his floozies. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? If we keep building more buildings, then we're going to just keep needing to build more heaters, and then we're never going to efficiently be able to balance these out. So while these are manageable, I think the honest solution is we have 92 stamps. Let's just get our way to there. I don't know how we can't offer more work. I guess because we just have unemployment pretty high, actually. It's 918. Oh, no, I'm doing the wrong thing. I should be this. Advanced coal mines, housing insulation. That'll protect us with heat. What I need is better disease, 20 heat demand, 40 heat demand. Machine-centric shifts, weather-adjusted shifts. I need to decide what I'm going to do. Sawmills. Materials output, heat demand, heat demand, heat demand. I want things that... Oh. Liberated youth. Hospitals. Heat demand. No, I don't want anything with heat demand right now. I'm just looking for... hubs? Ooh, yes! Let's spy on everybody. Let's make sure no... Oh, that's communication. No, I want surveillance. Let's make sure that nobody can break the law. Crime in neighboring housing districts. No, let's do, I think insulation would make, or resources right now makes the most sense. Big dude. I got my eyes on you. Hothouses? Industrial size hothouse where organic waste ferments, fertilizing. Industrial size hothouse where chemical nutrients are injected into tubs of crops to accelerate their growth. Honestly, we can afford disease if we build hospitals, but squalor seems like it would be harder to manage. But right now, let's just focus on this. Asbestos lining. I think that's good. It'll lower our heat requirement. What do you do? More coal output. I don't want more coal output. The problem is I'm going through too much coal. Requires access to oil. Requires access to steam. Ah, this is our... Okay, so that's why I need to keep... So let's do this. We'll do it with the... MGTA, Magic the Gathering Arena? Is that what you meant? MTGA? Make grandma's touch ass. MTGA. We gotta get you playing in person. We gotta get you a deck, and then you can understand the feeling of playing IRL. It's a good time. It is really fun to just sit down and play around a Magic. Although I have to say the rules are just like bloody obnoxious. All right. Does it matter who I choose? I don't. Let's just go. These guys are devoted. Let's make sure they stay devoted, I guess. Honestly, I haven't played MTG Arena because I just can't process. Although I think they do have, I don't know what it's called, but they do have like a format in it where it's 100. It's a 100 card style, but you can only have one of each card. In real life, if you play, it's just called Commander. I don't know what they call it in Magic the Gathering Arena, but that is like the ideal game mode. So if you have a deck that you want to build yourself, and you have cards to put in that deck, you need 100 of them, each individual and unique. Play that mode, because that is like the mode. It's a lot of fun. It's meant for 3 or more people, actually. A singleton format. Yeah. So is this done? They already dredged that out? That's good. So now I can do a... Why would I want to build 6 spots of this? This requires 20 heat. But I'm going to be fine with heat once that's put up. And I'm researching the installation, so that's going to help as well. I think I need warehouses, though, honestly. I don't have any warehouses down. We are going to need a stockpile for the frost, which I have no idea when that's going to come. Should I put it like over here and just excavate this? Or just like that? I don't know. Like, was that just an absolute waste to do? Because now I have it going out to literally nowhere. Okay, let's see. This is almost done. Now we have 25 fuel. And as soon as we could put up another one, I'm going to put up another one. Should we expand our housing to get a surplus there? I don't know how to get goods. Central District 50. 72 weeks, 142. We have plenty of these. Dinosaur, yeah, alchemy. I think that's what alchemy is. But they have, I think they have modern alchemy and then, you know, historical alchemy for Magic the Gathering. Ooh, they want to no contagion. They want the disease under control. Ooh. It does get absurdly complicated, and it's part of the reason why a lot of people are quitting Magic the Gathering right now, actually. You know, people are just selling their cards rapidly because they do not want to deal with the nonsense of the amount that Wizards of the Coast is publishing. And for some people, especially who are getting into it now, it gets a little bit more complicated because Magic the Gathering, in their new sets, they're letting them last for like 6 years or like 5 years or something. So the decks remain legal play. The decks remain legal to use in especially competitive formats for a lot longer, which means you have to sort of know all those retrospective sets. But if you think if the term lasts like even 3 years, 3 years worth of making new collectible cards, card game cards, whatever, whether it's Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic, 3 years worth of that, it's going to change. You're going to have different people there making different cards with different rule sets that kind of function very differently, and just the power creep that's going to inevitably get injected, especially at the output that Magic or Wizards of the Coast is going with. It's impossible. It is literally impossible to keep up with, which is why people are leaving. Okay, so this is going to be done, and then I think once this is good, I feel like I should be doing something else. I have 70 stamps. I can't research. Cannot research. It doesn't have power creep because it's dead. Pete Hines left, and then those guys were like, shut it down! Finally, we could stop supporting this thing. No, I'm just kidding. Elder Scrolls Legends was that. It's sad what happened to that. Whoa! Oh my god. What do I do? Requires 20 Frostland Dwellers cores and prefabs. Dangerous. Oh, that's really cool how you can just like... Why is it built like this? That's not what it looks like at all. Overpopulation and dwindling fuel reserves. 5 Frostland teams. Do I have any? I have 15. I don't know how I got 15. Force many residents to take refuge in these temporary shelters built around a small hot spring. They wait for conditions to improve. Welcome these people. We get 2,000 new people. Yes. Bring them in. Bring them in. Do I have a time frame on this? They have all since returned. The site is now a way station for scouts. Okay. I see. So that is not instantaneous because I still only have 7,995 people. Oh, refugees. Time left 4 days. Okay, I see. I see. So they're on their way back. In the meantime, that's dangerous. That's safe. This is safe. Imperial Exploration Company landed here to build the region's generators. A few hastily dismantled piers still stick on the ice. Possible findings: Frostland Dwellers require 15 weeks to do that. Frostland Dwellers cores and prefabs. These windswept foothills. That's dangerous. So everything else is dangerous besides these two. These are both safe. This is just Frostwind. I have to think this is 15. This is 15. I have to think because the only thing you can find here is Frostland Dwellers, that you're going to find a lot of them. But knowing that you can get a bunch of other stuff here. Old coal mine. Maybe there's leftover coal. I'm going to go for the people. I'm going to go for the people first. Probably not the best idea. Trail construction. What? Cost 10 teams. I have no teams. Heat stamps per route segment. Prefabs. Basic quality trade route allows shipping 250 units of any resource. So I have that to here because I don't fucking know. Okay. These guys have 3 days. This, I expanded this to get more out of it. We're losing heat now because of the expansion. I think we're going to need more housing because we're welcoming 2,000 people. And I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that at all. Which, Jesus Christ, it's not going well. I can't expand that anymore. I can't expand that anymore, which means I need a new housing district. And any housing district I build, I think, is going to be stuck in the cold. And I can't afford to either. Shoot, that was a bad idea. I have nowhere to put all those people. We have 10,000 people now. 33 housing deficit. And I cannot afford... Oh, but that should also mean... How many stamps am I getting now? Oh, and we're going to increase again. We have 1% till we increase again. How many stamps am I getting? 15 per week now. New passive boost. Did that help? That helped a lot with the heat. Ooh. Heat dispatcher. That's a building. Food energy efficient. Base heat demand of food districts significantly decreased. That. 100% that. Infectious. Steward. During a routine medical performed by stalwarts, a group of Frostlanders refused to be assessed. These checkups are relics of years past when a cough could endanger the city. That's gone now. We've adapted. No point continuing this invasion of privacy. That regular physicals help ensure the safety of our workers. It's vital we monitor our citizens' health. One foreman pushed back. We have had epidemics in the past. We mustn't allow another one. The subgroup of Frostlanders will oppose this decision. No, you have to get checked out. Sorry. Get over yourself. I don't care. You need to have a mandatory check. 1,600 people are living among us. Great. Our population just grew. How many stamps am I getting? Still 15. That is useless. -6 for unmet goods. I don't know how to get goods. Guess I should look up the tutorial, yeah? Goods can be produced out of materials. Remember, you need to switch industrial outputs to do goods instead of prefabs. Oh, I'm not getting any goods, though, because I don't have a district set up there. So that absolutely needs to be what I set up next. Which I don't think I could afford. Oh, I can. Extraction. And then I can put... Oh, wait a second. If I do this... One... I have to do it this way. But if I do it... this way... No, because it needs to touch 3 spaces, doesn't it? I'm thinking if I stick this here, and then I put the... Well, what if I do it... like that? No, I think it needs to touch 3 spots. So if I put a heating hub, it can possibly get both of them, but it's, I don't know if it'll reach. Let's just try this. And what do you guys need? City growths. More people live in the city. Births outnumber deaths. Whatever the cause, we have adjusted our calculations to reflect these new numbers. Yeah, we're not getting a surplus of anything, and we're out of housing, so that's good. But I think I'm going to cut it here. This was fun. I enjoyed this. I really liked this game, and it was nice to see everyone who joined in chat. Thank you, Jonas, for hanging out, especially for the long haul. I don't know if I'll stream this again or if I'll just play on my own, but let's definitely chat one of these days. We can do that. But this was definitely a good time. I definitely had fun with this, and I am absolutely going to be playing it some way or another. Let's just make sure we save. Surviving but barely. Overwrite. Anyway. To everyone who was here, Jonas, Holly, Joey, Caps for joining. We also had, just looking back here, Stian, sorry, I pronounce it. Red Wolf stopped by for a bit. Assassin, of course, as well. Thank you guys for stopping in, and everybody else who just joined and kind of checked it out. I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you happen to watch the on-demand, that'd be great. But anyway, I guess that'll be it. Bye.